Thank you, Miss Yulia. Uh, Before some of my follow-up questions about your the previous video and also with your presence with us today, could I just quickly ask, in the video you mentioned Jack Roy. Can you confirm if she is here today in the hearing? If she is to the right or to the left of Pastor?
I cannot
You cannot
see
see.
the video. Yeah, but she's present. I see her.
She's present. Is she to the right or to the left of Pastor?
I don't remember. I have to check.
You cannot see the video of the
Yeah,
there.
yeah. She's.
Can you confirm where if Jack Roy is here?
Right between Atengri and Atbang.
So is she the one on camera right now with glasses?
Yes, she's the one.
So that's the Jack Roy you mentioned in your previous video.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, Miss Yulia. How many Ukrainian pastorals did Quiboloy have when you were there?
It's about 10, I think.
10. Alright, including yourself, so 10. You and about 9 others.
Yeah, I think about 10. Yeah, if I will count, yeah, it's about 10.
About 10. Alright. And what do you think would happen if you refuse to have sex with Apollo Quiboloy? What do you think would happen?
Actually, we try to avoid this kind of service. But because when you believe that he is the Son of God, and you will do whatever he wants us to do. And if you're afraid, like if you will try to, excuse me, I didn't practice my English for a very long time.
It's all right.
If you will try to deny, they will punish you. And there is a lot of really psychological instruments that they will use to you. That even one day will not be enough to mention everything. They will punish and call us, scold us for meeting, and put us in shame. That saying that we are ungrateful because God will give us everything, and we just don't want to give, sacrifice your body like Jesus Christ sacrificed. And of course, they always will use the Bible as an instrument to convince us to do it. And they always, in the same time, they want us to feel, to twist our mind to feel that this kind of service, it's a very big privilege. So we will be willing to do it with our will. So he will say that because nobody can deny that there is a pastoral ministry, even Mr. Quiboloy himself. And everybody knows that only girls and young and beautiful women are included there. And everybody knows, nobody can deny, even the full-time workers, that we all live separate from any others, under the same roof. Our rooms are next to him, so he have free access to every room, to each room, and nobody can. Nobody knows his life behind the door. That's why there's no full-time workers that know what is happening there. So when you try to, like for example, there was several times that I tried to deny this ministry of sleeping with him. Mm, um, because we had a schedule, and he will be the one to put the schedule, who will be the one tonight. And Jack Roy, in my time, it was her ministry to invite girls to pastor's room, and actually to invite the girls to this ministry, to put them in his room. And
Miss Julia, you told us something very important. You said that nobody can deny that there was such a thing as a pastoral ministry. You told us that twice, and you said that if you refuse to give those kinds of service, that sexual service, as you tried to do several times, that you would be punished, including through psychological instruments. Yes, you said that
yeah,
they could try to twist your mind. Uh, what kind of psychological punishments and what other kinds of punishments did they impose on you if you try to deny this kind of sexual service?
like as I said, there was a schedule, and there is one time I tried to deny because uh, one day he said that I will change my room, so I will not be the one to call you. Who will be the one tonight to present yourself to me? But I want you to be voluntarily to come to Jack and to put yourself in the list. And me and some other Ukrainian girls whom I know, we we never go and put our names in this schedule. And then, because he said, Mr. Quiboloy said that I want to see those who are really doing that willingly and who is not. And me and some other girls have a separate room in pastoral ministry. And after he waited 1 week, 2 weeks, or about 1 month, I don't remember exactly, but there is such a time that nobody from us asked to do this ministry. And then he started to come by himself. Like, for example, he had the key of each room, and just in the middle of the night, he come to my room and have sex with me. Then, and you cannot run away. You cannot say I don't want, because if you say I don't want, he said you didn't overcome your flesh, and if you will not obey, you will go to hell, like things like that. And other night, we have all dinner together, and I feel that, by the way, if you look at me, I understand that this night it might come. So I didn't sleep in my room. I go in other room, and in the middle of the night, he was looking for me, and he find me in girls in the room. The girls sleep all together. So because in my mind, I thought that he will not come if we are married, but he come and he said, "You have 5 minutes to come back in your room, and if you will not come, you will have a problem in the morning." So different kind of instrument they used. I know there's, like, for example, other girls who said that, and also me, I use this as an instrument. Like, for example, it's the time to serve, and I would say I cannot do it because I have menstruation, and because we are mature, they didn't do that these cruel things that they have done to the girls that they're younger. So Jack came to the girls and said, "I want to check your panty, if there is napkin or not." And the girls just remove their pants to prove that they're not lying. So of course he knows that we are not doing that to do it, and we are forcing that to do it, and we don't want to do it. But he he likes the most yours he like it's those who try to deny, because he said, I want you to overcome your flesh. I want you to be on the next spiritual level when flesh are nothing to you. Like for example,
And after all, you said that uh, Pastor had free access to the rooms. He even had keys to the rooms. So about the schedule that you mentioned, Miss Yulia, do you mean Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? It was a young girl or a young and beautiful woman. No rest day. Every day there was somebody scheduled.
yeah, there's for every night there's he never stay alone, and all the girls that were living in uh, pastoral area, they like they have this kind of ministry. Someone have just several times to experience that, and some have to do it all the time, like almost every week.
And you also mentioned another important thing earlier, Miss Yulia, that nobody, even some of the full-time workers, nobody knows pastor's life behind those doors, behind the doors of the pastorals. You also mentioned uh, Jack or Jacqueline Roy as your groomer. How did she groom you?
At first, it's a long story because in order to do it, it's not a very quick way. So I will try to make it short.
Yes, please.
Like when I was in transferred to a pastoral area and I started to live with Atejak, I was very new. I even didn't know English or any word of English, and he was very eager to pull me in pastoral to pastoral ministry. And there was one time at the job, it was night, and she called me and she said, like he wants to talk to you. And I came to his room and he opened. He had Russian Bible. He opened Russian Bible because he cannot talk to me in English. And he said, I want you to read this verse in Russian. So I opened this Bible, and there was a verse, I don't know how to say it in English, translate it in English. It's about this scripture about to sacrifice your body, like that. And he was trying to ask me, are you ready to sacrifice like your body? And put his finger on the bed because we were sitting on the chair before the bed. And he showing to the bed, and he started to pull me. And then I was, because I was very new, and everything that I know about him was good. And I get scared, I get shocked because I like in my mind, this is really what he needed by pulling me to the bed, and I ran away from the room, and there's a garage in front of in front of Bible school. But in that time there was sambahin, a big place with a lot of stuff. And I ran away because where I can go? I'm in another country. Where I will go? So I ran away and I hide myself there. And I was just crying because I was thinking how to go home. I get a problem, and who can help me to go out of this? And then when it's already morning, of course I have to appear. Where I didn't stay there forever. And when I come back to the room, the job was very mad to me, and they said that you run away from him, you don't have any respect to the Son of God, and they like start to let me feel that I'm guilty. And then I guess they realized that it's too early for me. I'm not ready yet. I'm not still not brainwashed that I can do it. So they explained that. They called me again and they said, "You don't worry. This is you because they saw my reaction. They know that they cannot do it. I would just go away." And they said, "You don't worry. You didn't. You help me this word.
Misunderstood?
Yeah, you misunderstood.
Oh,
He just want to trust to try your faith to know if your uh, motive of coming are really real. And they again use the words of the Bible when Abraham sacrificed his son. And he said it was just like what he used to you. And this example.
Miss
And
Julia,
it comforted me, and I said, "Oh, okay," because and then I again started to feel good about him. Then the next level, we have a dinner, like few maybe weeks again. The next level, we have a dinner, and I have trauma in my back, and I was just looking like I have pain in my back, and Mr. Quiboloy, he put a joke as I thought in the time. He said, "Don't worry, I have a healing hand. I will do massage for you, and you will be healed." And I was just laughing or laugh because we thought it's a joke. But when the night came, in the middle of the night, at the dark, came with pastor to my room, and I was just sleeping. And he said, you said you have back pain. You want to massage me?" And I said, "No, no, I'm okay. I was just joking." He said, "Don't worry, just trust because uh, it's a big privilege if he will pray on you." And I said, "Okay." And I just lay down. She turned off the light and she go out from the room. And then Mr. Quiboloy came and he started to massage my back. And of course, I didn't feel comfortable, but I also cannot escape. And after that, he started to move his hands lower to my back. And I get scared. I said, "No, I don't have pain there. Please don't do it." And he said, just relax, like things like that. And again, I ran away from the room. Again, I hide. Then the next morning, they spoke me again. Like he wanted to pray on you. He wanted to heal you, and you just go away. So little by little, repeatedly, I cannot mention all, but I wanted to grab the point
Miss Julia,
that
before
there is a lot of trick that they were using.
uh, Miss Julia and colleagues, the minority leader has to be salamat kaayos and nakakoko for attending. Miss Julia, before my last follow-up question to you at this point, I'd just like to quickly ask Miss Jacqueline Roy. Miss Roy, quickly lang po at this point, narinig nyo yung mga sinabi ni Miss Julia. Do you confirm what she said? Uh, uh, Inaamin nyo ba yung mga sinasabi niya na kayo daw ang nag-groom sa kanya para kay Pastor?
Good afternoon po, Senator. I want to invoke my right to remain silent, and I'm also invoking my right against self-incrimination since nasa korte na po ito. Salamat po.
Alright, babalikan na lang po namin kayo para sa ilan pang mga tanong mamaya. Miss Julia, just for a last question from me at this point. Miss Julia, you sent us a copy of an audio file that came into your possession. Now, noting that the Philippines Republic Act number 9208 as amended grants immunity from liability to a victim of human trafficking who transmits a recording involving a violation of that law, and noting further that this audio file had been also circulating already on the internet, the committee will play this audio file now. So please stay with us, Miss Yulia, while we play the audio file.
I was trying. Ang makagamit sa inyo ang anak lang. O ninahin, o na ikabubuto niya. Ikaw palit, ang number one niya. Pag nilapas mo, imo minapastanan ang balaod. At yun kang mulay ko kaluod, pinali sa dumaho o tulong ang asin. Nabingwit na satanas doon. Kapakita sila sa inyo sa internet, malipayon sila. Kaya kapakita ko man sila kaya malipayon sila. Kaya hindi sila malipayon. Kato sila, guguro na ko ito. Adilan tapos na po sa ila. Pabayaro ko sila tanan. Kaya naiutang sila sa ministry na ito. Naiutang sila sa kingdom. Tubayad ko sila madaling dugay. It will take 5 years, it will take 10 years. It does not matter. Basta nakatutok sa ilang legion of death. When the opportunity presents itself, patay sila. Hindi na nakapastoral na linggo na tapat sa buwan. Iyan pa ninyo. Hindi ba niya kung napasakitan, linggo na. Pagka nag-contact ng lalaki niya, nag-sex ka na sa iya. Yatag mo rin yung tungulino sa iya. Pag sa internet, na I love you ka na, yatag mo rin yung tungulino sa iya. Dato ko, nagsalit ko sa iyo, yatag na kung guman ako sa iyo, i-traitor ko rin mo. Driver, i-traitor ko rin mo. Kung sa'yo akong wato. Dato ko, para magbabawi akong tungo kung sa'yo akong wato. Ikaw kung ang driver, takyong takat. Siguraduhin ako, mamatay mo doon. Dito pa ako makabawi sa akong tungo. Pagkita ako mo sila, gulay ako ng kinig. Hindi mo pagkalikod ang ministry. Hindi mo mga matay. Pero yung pagtungo, pwede mo matalikod, ginana kay gusto niya o talikod. Sulod ka mong FDA. Isang kadre ka lang, sulod ka FDA. Pagka nakaliktso na kang kabila sa ilaha, di ka nakagawas. Pag di gawas ka, bukulong ka, patsyon ka. Sulod mong mafia, sulod mong gobyerno sa Amerika. Pag hindi pa sulod ka diya sa ilang CIA, hindi pa sulod ka sa ilang FDA, hindi pa sulod ka sa ilang NSA, nakabalo na ka sa upang mga confidential niya. Tapos kalikarin mo, talikod ka, di ka bukuro. Inanya nga akong commitment na ako sa inyo. Wala na'y makatalikod sa inyo. Wala na'y makatalikod sa inyo. Wala na'y piling mo traitor sa inyo. Pag nag-traitor mo, na'y bukod sa inyo. Patay doon mo dito. Kapahamakan na inyong ginagawa. I-implement ko na kami. Anong una-unahan ninyo na ba? Pakalaluman ninyo ang pangulagunan ninyo sa ministry na ako. Pilya mo. Ikaw pa rin, may inahan ka rin, may suul ka. Katuloy suul din mo. Pati lang hindi mo suul sa luwas. Kung doon na ka na, kung hindi nila na. Hindi na nakalalo ang commitment na ako rin. Pero nag-communicate mong lalaki, pagkatapos mo, report mo sa kuwa rin. Samtang niya mo sa akong balay, ang gusto na ako rin ay yutumano. Hindi mo pwede mo tuman rin sa gusto ninyo, magili na ang gusto. Kapuyo, kung yun ang animal, anak po, satanas na yun. May ibukwa ng mga moros, ng mga Muslim. May mga babae sila magpaprostitute sa ilang mga walyos. Kasi para mawala ang stress. Hindi na po ang iyong weakness sa lalaki. Ilapay ninyo na kaya di na nakabubutol sa mahal. Kaya di mo na mong pastoran para sa anak lang mo.
Miss Yulia, before my questions to you about this audio file, Mr. Quiboloy, huwag kayo mag-alala. Magkakaroon din kayo ng oportunidad na mag-responde. Dididibin lang natin kasama lahat ng mga victim survivors testimonies muna. At bahagi din po ito ng karapatan nyo marinig yung mga akusasyon laban sa inyo bago kayo mag-responde. Yulia, is this the file? Is this the audio file that came into your possession?
Yes.
Yes. Do you recognize the voice speaking in the audio file?
Yes.
Whose voice is that?
This is the voice of Mr. Quiboloy.
Okay. And well, I know that you don't understand Bisaya so well, but do you have a sense of what he was saying in this audio file?
Yeah, because I experienced like the girl that he's talking about.
Only if you know, is Pane Stephanie Ibarra?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Who is Stephanie Ibarra?
Stephanie Barra is main singer in the kingdom, and she's main assistant of Mr. Quiboloy, like the one who like always guide him everywhere. Like, and she also have access to his room the same as Mr. Quiboloy have access to her room.
Okay.
So
Was she also your groomer? Was she also your groomer, like you said Jackie
no,
was? No.
no, she was not my room.
All right.
And why I know you asked me, can you repeat the question? Um, how I get idea what he's talking about
Yes.
in this audio, even though I don't really understand English,
Mm.
because I experienced a lot of things in the ministry. And for example, the girls have some lapses there. Uh, for the world, it's a normal thing. Like, for example, they want to chat sports or something. Like, it's not a crime. But according to the standard of and rule that were in the pastoral, it's a big crime that he will punish them. And I witnessed how Stephanie was several times, only in my time, she was trying to leave the ministry. And
Stephanie Ibarra
every,
or Pane was trying to leave the ministry.
yeah, she was trying to leave the ministry. And every time she tried, they very in brutal way, in very arrogant way, they will put her back to be always loyal to Mr. Quiboloy as
How
his
brutal and arrogant way.
Like, for example, there was one time she wanted to run away from the house of Manila. We stayed there, and before we have a concert there, and we stay in worker's house. And she wanted to run away. She jumped from the window together with her luggage. And
How high was
when
the
they found
window?
out, I don't know really.
But she jumped from a window to escape.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She was trying to go out because she know in her position in the kingdom, she cannot say that. Can you release me? I don't. I'm full. I'm fed up. I want to go out. She she know it's not possible.
Why
And
wasn't it possible?
uh, because like as I said, she is like her his trophy, and he said like even to us like if she will leave, how I will handle the other girls because she's like she used her as example that must be loyal, that must be single, and he like he said that it if I will let you to do it, it will be like like it will bad reputation on me
Why
because
was she Quiboloy's trophy?
uh, because this is her position in the kingdom. Because when you are in the pastoral ministry, the main goal is to become a leader because most of the leaders in the kingdom are women. And he always said that all these girls must be a leader and must be single because we sacrifice our life through the body of him. And he didn't want to lose anyone, especially Stephanie, because
Especially
like
Stephanie.
after And because after they left, of course they have a lot, they cannot control them anymore. And they know that anytime they can say what happened them, uh, what they have experienced inside. Because while you are inside and you know all these things that going on there, uh, like
If Stephanie
they
or
afraid that
Panek
you,
Ibarra
as
was
long as
able
you
to
will go
escape,
out, you will.
if she was
She
able
was
to escape, if Kibuloy could not control Stephanie or Panek Ibarra anymore, what would happen? Miss Yulia?
uh,
Yes.
I don't know because uh, to me and to us, it's nothing will happen. She will just live her own life. Good or bad, it depends on our choice, on the way
Yes.
how we work on life. Because he always put the fear on us that if you will go out, you will become prostitute. All the men will use you, and here only I using you, and you have this privilege. And he said, I will honor you, and in the world you will be dishonored, you will be lost, like to the you will be homeless. And this is what they are talking actually about us. Like for example, me, I came with a sincere heart to this ministry, and I didn't have any bad record inside the kingdom, except that I fight with Mr. Quiboloy about this pastoral ministry because for me, it was hard to adjust to this rule because most of the girls in the pastoral, came from a broken family or came from very young age that don't have example in life, that don't have a father, and especially when you are young and don't have experience in life, you can plant them the thinking that this is life is normal, it's good. And when you don't have experience about other life in the world, you will really be afraid to go out.
Miss Yulia,
And you, yeah,
yes. No, I know that you want to say something to Pastor directly. Here in the Senate in the Philippines, we don't allow resource persons to talk to each other directly. You may only address the chair. So, if you want to say something directly to Kiboloy, please address it through me. For the record, please say, Madam Chair, this is what I want to say to Kiboloy so that we can hear you and we can put your message to him on record. So please proceed.
okay. Madam Chair, this is what I want to say to Mr. Quiboloy. When I came to the Philippines, I trust my life to you. You promised that you will put honor, dignity on us, and we trust that this is what will happen. And all of this time in this ministry, I was very honest to you. And if there was something that I understand, I always come to you and ask why, explain me. So from the very beginning to the end, I don't have any bad records. I didn't show myself as a girl, cheap girl, and I always try to be on that level that you try to put on us. But because of this pastoral ministry, for how many years you know that I was trying to learn this way. But I always argue with you because I have a good example in my life. I have a family, there's a wife, there's a husband. I came 4 years old, I mature, and it was very hard to broke my the way my view about what is the life, normal life, happiness must be. And I really try to broke myself to follow your rules in the kingdom. But you lead us in a very bad experience. For all these years, of course, I have a good experience and a bad, and everything is mixed up. it's very hard to analyze when when you are on your emotional are like they will put you very high, they will put you very low, and you always on this way. It's very hard to analyze the way you your true feelings, and they will think that the way you feel bad about this ministry, that this is immoral, but he tried to convince that this is the very high level. Uh, they made us doubt about our feelings, and I was there with the honest heart. And even before, like what pulled me back from this ministry, because from this 6 years, as I said, I have a good and bad experience. And to the year of 2019, the bad experience was already more than a good, and I decided to leave. I made a letter through attendee to pastor that I'm very thankful for all the experience that I have in the kingdom, because there's a lot of things that I love, like singing, worshiping, young congregation. I love to serve God, but I'm going out because I have doubt about pastoral ministry. I cannot tolerate it anymore, and I I don't feel that I can do it. And this was the time of COVID, and I was in Ukraine that time, serving here. And because it was COVID, I went to from the KSP workers' house. I went to my parents' house, and I stayed there for how many months? Because it was we didn't know. And this is again my thinking like renew. Again, I see my family. I see, and I start to. There is no one who will influence me again, and I came to life. But even though there was a bad experience that I had, I still go with the thankful heart. And what they do to me, because I still watching, even though I go out, I still watching the TWW program. And in this TWW program, I didn't do anything bad. She said about me that if you will work as a prostitute to hold your life out of the kingdom, you cannot replace all these material things that I invest in you here. You compare.
Get GMC travel insurance for as low as 350 pesos.
I have to, when I go out of the kingdom, I was almost 30 years old. Because of the kingdom, I was not able to finish my study. I was not able to build my own family. I was not able to have my career so I can have something of my own. When you invest all your time, all your efforts, everything into the kingdom, and when you go out, you have none. And then and everything you do there, you do with a sincere heart. We never ask for payment. We never ask for salary. We go out from the empty hands, and still you are saying that we own you. Maybe this is you who own us, and you broke our reputation even.
Thank you
And he
very much.
started to say very bad things about me to destroy my reputation, because he know that if I will go out in the way, in case if I will say what is happening there, my reputation will be destroyed and nobody will believe. This is what he always the stuff that he do.
Yes.
And
Thank
the
you
last thing
very
that I
much,
want to
Miss
say,
Yulia.
1 minute please,
Yes.
because I always argue about pastoral ministry, as I said, and especially when the minors came, because I cannot tolerate, and they know this. And I start to fight for these kids uh, because they hide it from us. And it's a very long story. Maybe I will have an opportunity to tell everything. But
Yes, you can also submit
Mr.
it
Quiboloy
to us in writing.
told me, Mr. Quiboloy told me, Yuna, don't come near to my relationship with God because this pastoral ministry, this is my ministry, and I know what I'm doing. If I will have a problem with this, I will be the one to solve it. But when problem to appear, he never face it because he wants the other. He used people who even are not pastoral and don't know about his life. They don't know what he eats, what his arrangement can do. They don't know anything. And we, how many years we stay under one roof? We all,
Thank you very much,
and
Miss
he
Julia.
uses not, he, until now, he's not solving this problem that he created. He wants the all kingdom nation to protect him. He wants even this victim to make them as a accomplishment, protect him.
Thank you very
But-
much, Miss Julia,
But
for
I want
actually
to
helping
face your
us.
problem.
Yes, you're helping us to find out what the problems actually were and see if through our laws we can prevent them ever happening again. So thank you very much, Miss Julia. Please stay on in our hearing in case we have other questions for you later in the hearing. We will now hear the other victim survivors. Thank you very much, Miss Julia, and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So ngayon, pakinggan naman po natin si Edward. Edward Ablaza Masayo. Um, Sir Edward, maaari mo bang ipaalala sa amin? Di ba kayo yung bahagi ng Second Signal Battalion ni Quiboloy?
Po, Madam Chair.
Ano po ba yung Second Signal Battalion? Para ba yung private army?
Actually po, Madam Chair, ang second signal battalion is legit po ng sa Philippine Army. Noon po, nag-start yung Quiboloy po, yung private army po. Nung panahon pa po ng Task Force Davao, kasi yung unang batch ng Task Force Davao, hindi po ako nakasali doon. Meron po mga workers na kasama ko, yung pili lang. Sila yung mga unang batch talaga. Task Force Davao is local lang po ng Davao. Noong 2015 po, mag-jump out po tayo. 2015, na-endorse po yung paaraw sa kingdom. Because paaraw is gamit na gamit po kasi national na po siya.
Ano po yung paaro?
Philippine Army Affiliated Reserve Unit.
Okay, paaro.
Paaro po. Under po ng 11 RCDG, at saka po yung sa ARESCOM po na yung pag-train po is 1105 Community Defense Center ng 11 RCDG.
So yung paaro nasa ilalim ng 11
RCDG po.
RCDG. Ano po yung RCDG?
Reserve, RCDG is Reserve Command po.
Ng Philippine Army.
Opo.
At yung paaro nasa ilalim ng 11th RCDG at ng si
Nag-train po is yung sa 1105 Community Defense Center po.
nag-train.
Opo, yung under po ng
1105th Community Defense Group.
Opo.
Okay.
Defense Center po.
Defense Center. Okay.
Bali po yung second signal battalion po is po yan, binubuo po yan ang buong kingdom members o workers po. Wala pong nakasali dyan ng mga tagalabas. Hindi po kagaya ng ibang mga reserve unit po ng paaro sa ibang lugar po, sa ibang sa ibang parte ng regional po na yung exclusive po talaga yung second signal battalion under po ng SMNI.
Oh, okay. Under ng SMNI, yung
Opo.
media company.
Opo, media
Pero
company
yung media company ng SMNI, merong sa ilalim niya nitong Second Signal Battalion.
Ito po yung certificate ko po.
Okay.
Side ko po yung
Yes,
talaga.
please. And then pakisubmit ng kopya sa aming COMSEC.
Ito po yung namin yung sa September 7, 2015 to November 21 na training po namin. Po is Philippine Army Affiliate Reserve Unit, PARO, yung Military Orientation Training of the 2nd Metro Davao Signal Battalion, Sunshine Media Network International.
So, ito pala ay Second Metro Davao Signal
Opo, Signal
Battalion.
Battalion.
Yung pangalan niya.
Opo.
Okay. Diyan ba sa Second Metro Davao Signal Battalion, kinukuha yung tinatawag na Angels of Death?
Actually po, mayroon po tayong dyan po niya kinukuha. Yung ibig kong sabihin, yung Angel of Death po kasi, yung mga pumapatay po, yung mga landas na kasamahan po, na mga worker na napatay na po. Bali, kung saan po yun, for example, ako po, pag nakitaan ako ng royalty, talagang gusto kong makita yung faithfulness ko sa ministry, sa anak ng Diyos, maaari kong gawin yun.
So yung pagkaalam nyo sa Angels of Death ay pumapatay sila, pumapatay pati ng workers, pumapatay ng workers para magpakita ng loyalty kay Quiboloy.
Yung Angel of Death is nabuo po yun, yung sa mga against sa kanya. Like sa pastoral po, narinig ko po sa kanyang yung ano po niya, na papatayin yung mga pamilya niya, pag lumabas, pag marami silang alam, tapos lumabas siya, hindi na sa maaaring makalabas sa ministry, sa poder niya. At saka maraming alam po, yung nakakaalam ko po sa, lalo sa pastoral, inner circle, yung mga ganun po. At saka mayroon din pong member ng yung sa Angel of Death, yung kasama ko rin po yung si Simon Tagnipis. Si Simon Tagnipis po kasi, siya yung pumatay kay Jarog.
Kay
Jarog po.
Jaruk.
Opo, Jarog.
Sino po si Jaruk?
Duming Jarog, hindi ako dato po yan ng Kausayan.
Kahusayan?
Sityo Kausayan ng...
Sityo Kahusayan.
Opo, sa yan, sakop at tayo ng Manuyog Yanga sa Davao City.
Sa Davao City, Sityo Kahusayan.
Opo. Nakasama ko po yan, open secret na po yan sa security department. Sabi na siya yung talagang tumira kay Jarog.
Ang security department, ito rin po yung Second Metro Davao Signal Battalion.
Opo, under po ng security department yan. Kasi more or less 21 department yung nasa loob ng kingdom. May logistics, may
Opo,
transportation.
logistics kina Ms. Teresita, o
Opo.
kayo naman sa
Sa
security,
security
department.
department. Ganun po, yung namin set up po dyan sa loob.
At nung nasa loob po kayo nitong Second Metro Davao Signal Battalion o yung security department, meron ba kayong nasaksihan na inabuso o meron ba kayong nasaksihan na sinaktan? Paano yung ginagawa sa kanila? At bakit sa mga balita, bakit usually sinasaktan yung mga miyembro?
Maging ako po, hindi po ako exempted sa punishment. Kasi pari nilang sabihin sa akin na sa Bisaya pa, pabadlong yung matigas yung ulo. Tao rin naman po tayo nagkakamali. Lalo na yung sabihin, bawal mag-cellphone, bawal manood ng sine, bawal maglaro ng computer games. Because I was there, 15 years old pa po ako since 1999. I started nung nag-socialistic ako, nagtitinda ako ng puto, kanyang. Saka po, yung mga palo po na yung mga punishment po na sinasabi ni lalo na po sila ni Gingging, yung naranasan niyang fasting na uso po yan dati. 99 I was there in Tamayon. Kaya po totoo po yung sinabi niya na bawal po talaga silang kausapin, bawal pong tulungan, bigyan ng pagkain kasi madadamay ka. Tsaka yung hindi naman po sa makakain talaga kasi yung may soul separate. Nasa taas yung sila yung may soul nasa baba. Makikita sila kung kakain. Tama yung sinabi nila, in order for them na mag-survive yung sigaw nila. Doon ba talaga pag naliligo ka? Doon ang testimony din ng mga nakaranas din ng fasting na nakausap namin after. Sa akin naman po yung paluan po, 2013, massive po yun. Na pinasuot po kami ng SS, yung orange, yung serpent seed po ang alam po sa peso. Naka-orange kami nun. Tanggap naman po namin yung time na yun kasi akala namin yung siya yung anak ng Diyos, yung talagang tanggapin mo yung punishment mo. Alam niyo po yung parang ang turing sa amin na yung trapo, mas may karapatan pa yung trapo kaysa sa amin. Hindi kami, kahit bata, bawal kami kausapin, bawal kami mag-ingay. Yung may isang beses na tumawa kami, pinapalo kami at ulit. Tawa lang po kasi kaya yung mag-ano ka ng bato, from gising kami ng 4 a.m., preparation para devotional 5 a.m., tuloy-tuloy na yan, work job, kain, tanghalian, kain lang, sa oras na yung pahinga. hanggang alas 10 ng gabi yung ano namin, trabaho, puro
Mas
overtime.
matagal pa sa pagkakaroling kina Ate Ging na 14 hours. Kayo 4 a.m. hanggang 10 p.m.
Opo, hindi pa po kasali yung devotional.
18 hours, may devotional pa.
Pag matulog po, yung mga 11 na po kami makatulog, 11 or 12.
Okay, so 16 hours, pwede umabot ang isang araw.
Opo,
Okay, yung mga pagpatay nung Second Metro Davao Signal Battalion o yung security department, si Quiboloy ba ang nag-order ng pagpatay sa mga dating KOJC members?
opo, kasi yung kay Simon ko kasi, nasabi nila sa amin yan. Sa kausap ko si Simon,
Yes. Uh-huh.
opo, way back, hindi ko nalala yung mga taon na yun, pero sabi niya na, kasi may galit daw kasi si Pastor doon sa yung garo kasi yung lupa niya doon, ayaw ibenta.
Jaruk.
Opo.
Iba, si Jaruk at si Simon Tagnipes ay parehong tao or
Hindi po, iba.
magkaiba sila?
Opo.
So bakit kung galit si Quiboloy kay Jaruk, bakit papapatayin si Simon Tagnipes?
Si Simon po kasi, nung matapos niyang patayin si Jaro,
Siya ang
kasi
pumatay kay
pumatay
Jaruk.
talaga. Matapos niyang barilin si Jaro, nagkasama ko siya sa LGC compound dito sa Labitipan na kung saan security din siya. Parang normal lang, parang walang nangyari. Hanggang sa lumabas siya, yung paglabas niya po, hindi pa siya nagkaroon ng threat kasi nanahimik siya yung time na yun. Pero di namin alam bakit few years, ilang taon na, bakit nag-live siya ng Facebook against na siya ngayon kay Buloy po. Magdala na siyang Bible, yung against sa doktrina. Sabi ng ano niya, yung mga kanyang pamilya niya, pinuntahan siya doon, nakita ng pagpabalikin. Ngayon, ayaw na niya kasi sabi niya, ngipin sa ngipin, mata sa mata. Kumbaga, nagkasala siya ng nakakuha siya ng buhay, nakautang siya ng buhay ng tao, kailangan niya, parang natanggap na niya,
Yung pagpatay niya kay Jaruk.
o tanggap na niya na may mangyayari din sa kanya. Kaya nga, talaga siya, sabi pa ng, kasi kakilala kami ni Simon, sabi pa nga yung niya, yung mga kaibigan niya, yung parinti niya talaga, yung kadugo niya,
Kamag-anak.
kamag-anak niya, sabi nga niya na kung saan magdadala na siya ng Bible, gano'n na po yung niya. Kasi parang nagsisisi po siya sa nangyari nagawa sa kanya. Hanggang sa dumating po yung time na pinatay talaga siya.
At si Quiboloy ba talaga ang nag-uutos na pumatay? Baka mga tao lang niya, di niya alam.
Hindi
Siya ba
naman po
talaga?
namin, kung ako, hindi naman namin gagawin yun kung hindi inuutos mula sa taas. Sino ba kami? Magagalit lang kami sa isang worker, sa isang tao na against sa ministry, na lumabas, galit lang. Pero pag inutos niya na gawin namin yan, gagawin po talaga namin yun.
Okay. Kamusta naman yung pagtrato ni Quiboloy sa mga miyembro? Halimbawa, pag may sakit, pag may pangangailangan ang miyembro, kumusta ba?
Pag may sakit po, yun lang po yung doon. Kasi kami, ordinary worker, dati yun, naranasan ko po nung kasakit ako ng pneumonia, basa pneumonia. Binibigyan lang po kami ng pamasahe, 100 piso. Tapos pa-check up sa SBNC, sa public hospital, SBNC. Tapos,
Philippines.
opo, sa hindi naman sa inaano natin, minamaliit yung SBNC. Maganda naman yung servisyo doon. Pero sa ngala na nag-solicit ka, nakapagbigay ka ng income,
10 to 15 million every, ano ba yung sinabi kanina?
ay yung buong pinag-anohan namin, yung ID, yung araw-araw naka-income kami pag mayroong month of blessings, yung TOH na sinasabi, nakakontribute ka ng pera tapos nagkasakit ka, i-ano ka lang, i-check up ka sa SPNC, tapos yan, ano ka pa sa lingap. Yung programa po ni doon po sa Davao yung lingap. Pipila ka doon ng ilang oras. At saka hindi po sinasabi, yung madam siya yung hindi pinapakilala na kingdom kami. Galing kayo ni Quiboloy kasi mapapahiya daw si pastor. Kasi mayaman daw. Yung reaksyon ng tagalingap, lumalaman nila, Quiboloy mayaman yan. Pag pinangingi ng sa kayuda. Ganun po yung
Tama yan. So, kasi nakaka-generate kayo ng malalaking pera,
Opo.
pero hindi, kumbaga, katumbas yung medical care na nakukuha nyo kapag kayo naman ang magkasakit. Kung may ibang pangangailangan bukod sa health, ganun din ba yung nangyayari lang?
Yung halimbawa po, yung katulugan nga namin, alam po nila General po yun, yung napas lang kinilmaranta, nakapasok sila doon, yung tulugan ng mga babae doon, parang dito, malaki lang tapos ano na, parang mga sardinas dyan, tabi-tabi, lahat. Walang maayos na tulugan. Kaya kabaliktaran po lahat na nakikita natin sa TV, yung propaganda. Saka yung binibigay sa amin supply, sabon. Yan. Yun po, yung honorarium, swerte lang, mabigyan ka. 500 minsan weekly o 200. Depende sa tagal mo na sa loob.
At sa kabila ng milyones na kinukuta sa inyong buwan-buwan. So pati yung mga higaan, ilang paligo lang kumpara sa kailangang higaan ni Ate Gingging nung bare, tapos may pako. Ito, very bare din sa pagkakaranasan ninyo. Ngayon, Sir Edward, pagkatapos nung mag-share kayo ng testimonya nyo sa Senado, sa pamamagitan ng video noon, inamin mo na lumapit ka kay Crescente Canada. Yes, kayo po. So, maaari mo bang ikwento, Sir Edward, yung encounter na iyon?
Opo, ganito po yan. Di ba po, nung last December,
Opo.
po tayo ng about sa yung coming na healing.
Opo.
Gaya po sinabi ni Julia, kahit at Julia at dito kami lahat. Naniniwala kami na anak siya ng Diyos, glorified body. Kahit na lumabas ka, dahil parang doon ka na lumaki, yung mundo mo doon na umikot yung mundo mo. Tapos pag nalaman mo na para sa isip mo na siya na talaga yung daan at tutuhanan kahit nasa labas ka, magkaroon na ng takot, baka mamatay ka, tapos siya yung harapin mo. Yung ganun po yung nararamdaman namin. Kaya yung time na yun, uso yung pinalabas na nag-glorified na raw si Pastor. Yung time na yun, hindi na siya rin papakita gaano. So, lumapit ako ngayon kay Canada po, kasi sa barangay hall. Kasi baka sakali ako na totoo nga si Pastor, ko talaga, naka-decide talaga ako na lumapit. January 16 or 17, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Itong taon.
Kumbaga, pagtataygor ko yung gagawin ko, yung gano'n. Kasi susuka ko yung mga contact na staff ninyo. Gagawin ko talaga yun kasi parang na-feel ko na totoo talaga ito si Pastor. Parang, Lord, patawad mo kung papunta ako sa kanila, nila Arulin. Ganun po na-feel ko kasi I've been there for 20 years. Tapos yung faith mo, alam mo na lumaki ka sa isang relihiyosong pamilya. Ganun po. Tapos, paglapit ko po nung time na yun, buti na lang, may sinabi si Inteng, bago ko na ibigay, buti na lang, hindi ko na ibigay yung number, hindi kasi siya nag-ask nung una. Unang ginawa niya, nung usap kami, fellowship, ang ganda ng fellowship. So, ganyan talaga yung sa kingdom, buhay na asko, ganyan. Bigla lang kalagitnaan, naiba yung usapan namin. Ba't naman kasi kayo pumunta dyan? Ba't naman kasi kayo nag-testimony dyan? Hindi nyo alam. Baka may riding ang tandem na paglabas mo.
Ganon.
Tandem. Yung mo sabi niya sa akin, baka may riding ang tandem.
Ano pang sinabi niya sa iyo?
Tapos silang bayon daw, yung silang bayon po, yung military po na namin, ay yung naka-DS po kay Quiboloy. Sabi niya, silang bayon, bago lang may pinatay.
Anong pangalan nun?
Lambayon po ang pinito.
Lambayon.
Parang Dino ata yung pagkakalam ko. Dino. Opo.
So nung sinabi ni Mr. Canada yan, Enteng Canada, na isang riding in tandem lang yan, tama ba na tinanong niya sino yung kausap mo sa mga staff ko? At nung binanggit niya yung riding in tandem, kaugnay ng mga staff ko, ano yung pagkaintindi mo sa tanong na yon at sa sinabi niyo?
Ang pagkakaintindi ko po, na maaari kami ipapatay kung papatuloy namin itong ginagawa namin. Kasi pagbanggit niya na silang bayon, doon po ako kasi silang bayon po kasi, kasama ko yan sa Julo, na nagharas doon sa mga native doon, yung mga nakatira sa Julo.
Ang mga lumad.
Lumad po. Pumunta nga, ebidensya, marami tayong ebidensya. Yung si LJ Lindaan, yung sa Jane English, pumunta doon. Yung si dating chief ng Tugbok, si Alcala ba yun na pumunta din sa amin, interview. Ako yung kaharap. Yun po yung mga kasi silang bayan po kasi, yung alias pa nga siya noon, alias Rico, tapos nakauwi siya.
Alias Rico.
Oo, ginamit niya doon sa dulo.
And kanina nung Sir Edward, nung binabanggit nyo sila Simon Tagnipes at Jaruk, may binanggit din kayong usapin ng lupa. Ito rin ba ay kaugnay ng mga hinaras na mga lumad? Or
Opo, kasali na yan sa Julo, buong naman yun.
Jolong,
Julo, Sitio Julo.
Sitio Jolong. Okay. Okay, so yung encounter nyo, yung pag-uusap nyo kay Mr. Canada, ay may ganong parang banta na ang dating sa inyo, pwede kayong ipapatay dahil binanggit yung riding in tandem. Pati nung tinanong niya sa inyo, yung staff ko, binanggit din yung riding in tandem. Ano yan, pati staff ko, binabanta nila?
Hindi po, hindi naman talaga direct na ba?
Ngayon.
Pero lang, parang, lang ba, yung pag ka dyan, hindi sian lang, na bayrang riding in tandem. Kaya natakot din po ako nun sa mga kasamahan ko ng staff kasi konsensya ko rin naman, kung binigay ko yung number. Kaya nirason ko na lang na, iwan yung ko, sa ibang nandoon sa isang cellphone doon yung makontak kasi mamadali akong pumunta dito para makausap pa. Kaya alam niyo po ba, pinag-isipan ko yun bago pumunta doon. So, nalangin talaga ko, Lord, palooban mo na totoo si Pastor. Magaganap talaga ito, mangyayari talaga na babaliktad talaga ako. Buti na lang nakaminsod siya nung time na yun. Parang yun na yung ko eh. Alam mo yung masaya ka, nag-usap kayo, fellowship, tapos biglang umamyo. Yung saya mo, nabaliktad, na uy, yun, parang to iba na to mayroon namang inutusan nga si Simon. Kaya lahat ng napatay po nila, ang mga kasamahan ko, sila Simon Tagnipes, nanay sa Bolivar, si Raymond Pasyol, naalala ko po doon sa yung na-recall ko ba, sinisip ko. Ito yung kawawa yung mga kasamahan ko.
Si Elsa Bolivar na binanggit din ni Ate Gingging kanina, yung senior citizen.
Opo.
And then binanggit naman si Raymond Pasyol, na binanggit mo rin dati sa video interview mo. Marami ba to? Yung mga pinapapatay no?
Actually, mayroon pa po mga iba dyan na hindi ko po minention, baka na po yung magsabi.
Opo. Mga ilan po sa pagkaalam mo?
Kaalam ko po, mayroon pa ngayong pastor, investigation po, yung isang pastor na pa po yung si Lishera, yung apelido Lishera, worker po yun dati, member o worker yun siya. Hindi mo kasi kahit sabihin mo na po, Madam Chair, bakit mga member o mga worker, pareho ikinamatay, pwede namang magkasakit yung isa, nabunggo ng tricycle yung isa, pwede naman yung bakit puro baril?
So panay baril ang pagbaril ang kinamatay.
Panay puro pagbaril yung yung kinamatay ng mga coincidence talaga. Tapos mag-iimbestiga kayo doon sa mayroong full guy, yung mga ganun po.
So may mga fall guys.
Na nakahuli. Tapos hindi naman pala yung yung totoo kidna. Baka hindi alam ng pamilya na may nahuli na pala sa sa mga suspect, yung ganun po na sinikreto ng police station.
Ganun salamat, Edward. Please stay on para sa rest ng video natin. Pero magiging mas conscious pa ako sa oras dahil mga kasama, dear colleagues, signal number 2 na po sa labas. So, Sir Joar. Sir Joar Martinez. Limba.
Opo.
Okay, salamat kayo. So Joar, so para lang maalala namin ulit, maaari mo bang ikwento ng maiksi kung paano ka naman naabuso?
Okay. Good afternoon sa lahat. Anyway, ako pala si Joar Limba, and aka alias Jerome. Ako po isang full-time worker sa under po ng logistic department. Na wala ibang ginagawa, magtinda ako solicit sa lahat ng Metro Manila at buong NCR. Ako po dinaritso ko lang po kasi na po kasi ba. Yung na lang, nakaranas po ako ng karumal-dumal na sa loob ng compound ng Jesus Christ. Doon po sa Baliches sa Oyong Quezon City. Ako po ay nakaranas ng karumal-dumal na self-torture po na utos po ni Pastor Quiboloy. Sa kasalanan pong nanood lang po ako ng sine at saka nagkagulo po na tagalabas. Ang sabi niya po sa amin, through calling po yun, o up po ang tawag nun, sabi niya sa amin na lahat kayo, ang gagawin nyo, iuntog nyo ang ulo nyo sa pader. Hindi kayo titigil hanggat hindi kayo hihinto. Hindi nagdurugo. Tapos po, suntok namin yung kamay namin, hindi kami titigil hanggat hindi magdurugo. Tapos, meron pa nga ako mga katibayan dito, Madam Sir, sa kamay ko, may mga pasak, papakilit sa ano ko. Then that time, meron din nagdala sila ng yung mga dinikdik na sili. Tapos, pinapalagay sa aming mata, bibig, at buong ari namin. Pagkatapos nun, hindi namin alam kung anong mangyari sa amin. Sabi na lang sa sarili namin kasi faithful pa kami ng Quiboloy nun para sa ama to. Sabi na lang sabi ng kasamaan ko sa isa doon, hindi na pala langit to, impyerno na pala to. Yan ang sabi ng kasamaan ko noon at that time hindi pa nakontento. Pagkatapos after 2 weeks ata, dinala pa kami sa doon sa Guadalupe. Pinatrabaho kami ng walang permit, yung building niya, yung ginagawa niya ngayong seminay. Kami pinakauna nagtrabaho doon. Tapos binigyan lang kami ng 2 damit. Yun lang, palitan lang. Trabaho kami noon, 2 buwan yata kami nagtrabaho doon. Doon, tatrabaho namin. Para sa ama din. Yung ginagawa namin kasi para sa ama. Dadalangin din kami. So that time, was time na nakatagalan namin magtrabaho doon. Naisipan namin parang hindi na yata tama to Di ba? Pagtrabuhain ka na walang permit, tapos bawal kami magtrabaho ng umaga kasi bawal nga, kasi walang permit. Gabi kami, madaling araw, hanggang umaga, alas 6 kami magtrabaho. Lahat ng mga kwarto doon sa building na yon, binabar down namin, nagamitan namin ng hammer. Yun lang ginagawa namin. Ilang taon yun, kaya ilang buwan. Kaya pagkatapos nun, naisipan namin siguro na nag-isipan namin na tumakas na lang. Wala kaming pira nun that time, di ba? Wala kaming damit. Lang, di ba? Ang ginawa namin, meron kami nakukuha ng mga doon, mga bakal, Madam Chair. Mga bakal, tapos meron kaming doon kaibigan sa labas, kasi hindi kami nakalabas kasi meron kaming gwardiya, 2 yung mga armado Mga armalite pa yung mga baril.
Wow, long arms.
Naka-uniform pa na task force, Davao that time yun.
Task Force Davao sa Guadalupe, sa Makati.
Opo. Pag-punish din namin doon sa Oyo, meron din mga 2 armado din. May mga baril din. Hindi kami makalaban. Kaya para sa ama na lang yung ginagawa namin, yung punishment namin. Hindi ako makapaniwala yung gano'n yung punishment namin.
At paano mo nakumpirma na si Quiboloy mismo ang nagpapayag o nagpagawa ng ganong torture sa inyo, yung paguntog ng ulo, pagsuntok ng kamay, paglagay ng siling sa sensitibong parte
Siya
ng
ko talaga
katawan?
nagsabi kasi that time nasa Amerika siya nun. Kapag kasi that time nun, yun, imubig, manto blessing niya yun Tapos, dumit yata yung tita, kaya galit na galit siya. Kahit minor lang yung kasalanan namin, yun na yung siya. For the first, hindi kami nakapaniwala, yun yung sinabi niya na bakit ganun yung punishment namin. Kasi kadalasan yung punishment namin, lang yung sinasabi natin, fasting lang, or din, palo sa puwet, di ba? Naisip namin, para naman to, fraternity, di ba? Pag ganun. That time, tinawag kami lahat, pinaakyat kami sa taas. Lahat ng may mga kasalanan ng Madam Chair, pinaharap doon sa altar. Tapos tumawag si Quiboloy through calling, hook up, tapos yung cellphone tawag siya, tapos kinokonek sa speaker para marinig namin lahat. Tapos binabanggit nila yung lahat ng mga kasalanan namin isa-isa. May naglalaro lang ng Dota. Ako sa akin nun, nandito lang ako tapos nanood ng sine. Samantala sila, nanonood pala sila ng sine sa Amerika. Everyday. Di ba?
So narinig nyo talaga siya, yung boses niya mag-utos sa
Palagi
kanyang
yan,
mga
Madam Sir, kasi
torture.
hindi na bago palagi. Kasi palagi din ako na-hook up niya dati. Kapag nakakasuntok ako ng guard sa mall, kapag nagtitinda ako, kasi nagagalit ako Nagagalit ako sa mall kapag nahuhuli ako tapos sasabihin ng guard, Quiboloy yan, siyempre, magpakamatayan kami para sa kanya. Di ba? Handa namin, please namin ang buhay para sa kanya. Ayaw namin, kasi yun ang utos namin, hindi dapat si Quiboloy. Hindi siya masali sa ginagawa namin na paghahanap ng pera.
At tama ba, Sir Joar, yung balita namin na pagkatapos lumabas yung video testimony mo nung sa nakaraang hearing, ay kinasing yung maliit mong karinderya?
Opo, meron kasi tinanong ko po yung may-ari ng, hindi na kasi pagkatapos hindi ako umuwi doon kasi natakot na ako eh. Tinawagan ko yung yung may-ari ng inaupahan ko doon sa karinderya ko. Sabi sa akin, huwag kang muna umuwi dito kasi mayroong mga tao dito nagpipicture. Tapos naghahanap saan daw ako. Kaya hindi na ako umuwi.
So,
Yun lang,
hinanap
takot
ka
na ako.
by name.
Oo, yun lang. Pero hindi ko naman sabi kung sila yun.
Salamat kayo. Salamat,
Thank you po.
Sir Joar. At ngayon gusto ko rin matanong si Ms. Jocelyn Mondehar. Ms. Jocelyn, tama ba na yung anak mong minor ay dating miyembro ng KOJC?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair.
At yung anak niyo po, siya din po ba ay pinalimos ng KOJC? Okay. So, bakit mo siya kinuha sa KOJC? Yung anak mo?
Gusto ko po sana umpisahan na.
Yes, sige po. Briefly kung maaari. Sige po.
Magandang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat po, no? Gusto ko lang ito i-share, hindi dahil ganun ako. Kasi napakabuti ng Diyos sa akin. You know? Simula nung nag-withdraw ako ng loyalty, nagpaalam ako sa office ni Mr. Quiboloy dito sa may angon ng PLC. Last year, nagpaalam ako na mag-withdraw. Kasi ayoko na magsimba pa dyan or maniwala, magiging patuloy na maging sympathizer kung nagbibigay na ako sa kanya. So, nirespeto ko pa rin yung ministry niya. Paalam ako. Tapos yung, dati po ako full-time din, 1993. Katulad din ng iba, ginawa din kami taga-produce ng pera pero sa paglilimo sa iba't ibang paraan. Ako, umaakyat ako ng bus, gamit ng mga iba-ibang association, lahat-lahat na lang ginawa namin. 2021 November 25, lumabas ako kasi nagkaroon ako ng concert. Kasi 1999, naranasan ko din yung parusan dry fasting. From Cagayan, pinapunta ko ng Davao for dry fasting, 7 days nang hindi ko din alam kung bakit. Wala nang nagsabi. Until now, ano ko pa yun ang ano ko ngayon. Kasi nagkaroon ako ng ulcer nga hanggang ngayon. Ano ko pa rin yan. Sakit ko. Tapos, year 2021 April, naimbitahan yung anak ko na 13 years old. Actually, tatlo sila. O yung kasama din yung anak ko, 13 years old, sa Angono PLC para daw sa preparation for youth camp practice. Tapos pinayagan ko lang kasi mas gusto ko kasi bilang isang ina, gusto mo mga anak mo mapalapit sa Diyos para hindi mapaniwala. So pinayagan ko. Nagulat ako dumating yung gabi, yung dalawang anak ko na lang ang nakauwi. Yung panganay ko tsaka yung sumunod ko sa bunso. Yung 13 years old ko, hindi nakauwi, hating gabi na. So wala akong alam. Tinanong ko yung ministro nila assign kung nasaan. Tinanong ko through chat. Hindi rin niya alam. Tapos nalaman ko na lang sa may kapitbahay ko na member din nila na dinala pala yung anak ko, 13 years old, sa tinatawag nilang glass house. Itong glass house na to, ito yung dinadalhan nila ng mga young people na nare-recruit nila for training sa logistics, yung pagtitinda. Doon nila dinadala sa glass house, exclusive yun sa mga young people. Doon nila dinadala. Tapos hindi ko kaagad na, wala akong means of communication sa anak ko. Kasi wala naman siyang cellphone. Tapos, after 3 days, sa pangungulit ko doon sa ministro nila, nakausapin ko yung anak ko. Nakausap ko siya sa cellphone through sa youth leader na assign si Rima Paune, yun. Tapos yun na, nakausap ko siya, bigla akong nagulat dahil nag-iba yung salita niya. For a 13 years old, nagulat ako. Mama, hindi na ako mag-aral. Kasi babalik na ang Panginoon. Tapos si Pastor Quiboloy mag-glorify na. So nagulat ako kasi bagong member lang yung 13 years old ko at that time, masipag din mag-aral. Talagang sobrang sipag niya mag-aral. Nagulat ako, ganun na ang salita niya. Sabi ko, anak, ganito yan kasi dati akong worker dyan so alam ko. Kahit pa mag-glorify si Pastor Quiboloy or bumalik ang Panginoon, magpatuloy ang mundo, hindi totoong matunaw ang mundo. Kailangan mong mag-aral kasi yun ang tama dahil minor ka. Tapos hanggang sa hindi ito na yung gusto ko. Magtinda na lang habang buhay para sa anak, para kay Pastor Quiboloy. Gusto niya makarating sa 7th heaven. So So, ibig sabihin, sabi ko, mayroon nagsabi sa'yo. Kasi hindi mo alam yun. Bakit mo masabi? 13 years old ka lang. New convert ka lang. So, meron nagsabi sa'yo yan. Ayaw niyang aminin. Tapos sabi niya, Mama, lagi kong ini-insist sa kanya, Madam Chair, na, anak, pag-aral ka, kahit sige, kung gusto mo dyan, maglingkod ka dyan, maging alay ka ng buhay mo kay Pastor, through Pastor Quiboloy, mag-aral ka talaga. Ang sabi niya, Mama, pinaka-worst na, sinabi ng isang anak sa isang ina, Mama, hindi naman talaga kayo ang tunay na may-ari ng buhay namin. Ginamit lang kayong instrumento ng Diyos para mailuwal kami. Pero ang nagmamay-ala sa amin si Pastor Quiboloy, ang anak ng Diyos. Sobrang, sabi ko, sabihin mo, kasi pupuntahan ko yung sinasabi sa'yo, ayaw niyo talaga sabihin. Tapos,
Ayun, okay na. Actually, Miss Jocelyn, talagang, sa puntong yan talagang napakasakit marinig at nakakabahala sa isang ina. Pero baka senyales din ito na kailangan din natin pagkatapos nyo ngayon, marinig si Mr. Quiboloy at marinig si na General Torre bago lalong sumama yung panahon. So, kung maaari ko kayong pasalamatan sa punto pong ito,
Ma'am,
pero kung mayroong pang mga tanong, mamaya please take.
Ma'am, pwedeng last na inano ko na
Sige
lang
po,
patuloy
sige
ko.
po.
Kasi dito po nagpatuloy na siya doon. Tapos dahil sa ano ko na ipag-aralin siya, dito ang pinakamalaking problema dahil piniki nila yung pag-aaral ng anak ko. Kinuha nila yung report card, previous report card ng anak ko ng grade 8. Tapos PhD, kunyari in-enroll nila. Pero sa isip ko bilang isang ina, paano ang isang bata nakakapag-aral ng mula umaga hanggang gabi, madaling araw, nagtitinda ng otak. Di ba hindi dapat. Paano makapag-aral isang bata? 13 years old lang yung anak ko. May sakit pa siya sa baga kasi dahil ang baga doon. Lagi ko sinasabi may sakit sa baga ang anak ko. Tapos ma'am, nung time na sinasabi nila na ini-insist ng youth leader na nag-aaral yan te.
Ito yung lima foul.
Opo. Pati yung dalawa yan sila, si Carla Guillermo. Opo.
Okay.
Tapos ma'am, nagpatulong ako sa teacher niya dati, grade 7. Ma'am, pakitrace kung talagang bilingual ang anak ko. So, sabi ng teacher niya, ma'am, kahit saang school, wala siyang makitang pangalan ng anak ko naka-enroll. Pero sinabi niya naka-enroll. Tapos nung time na naano ko yun, nalaman ko yun, ma'am, pinagpursige ako. Sabi ko, pupuntahan ko yung hideout nyo kasama ang DSWD at DepEd, may kausap na ako. Siguro sa takot nilang mamang iskandalo, hinatid nila yung anak ko sa bahay. So pagdating ma'am pagdating nila sa amin na, to make the story short, nakauwi ang anak ko. So siguro nagbibigyan sila. Pag-enroll ko ma'am ng grade 9, sinubukan ko i-enroll ulit sa grade 9. Kahit sinasabi nila na enroll sa grade 9, sinubukan ko i-enroll sa grade 9 para makita ko kung anong reaksyon ng bata. Kasi kung totoo nag-aral siya, niya ako, Mama, hindi. Kasi na-enroll na ako doon, nag-aral ako. Wala siya kahit anong reaction, ma'am. So na-confirm ko na hindi talaga siya nag-aral. Tapos isa pa, ma'am, tinatanong ko po sa teacher, interview ko, ma'am, siya sa teacher. Kung aral ka, sino ang teacher mo, kung online man, o sino ang principal mo sa JMC. Ma'am, wala po siyang alam. Wala po siyang alam.
Maraming salamat, Miss Jocelyn, at talagang mabuhay kayo sa pagkuha, no? Matagumpay na pagkuha nyo sa anak niyo. And salamat din sa pagbanggit sa DSW at DepEd dahil mamaya may itatanong din tayong kahit mabilis sa kanila dun sa pag-rehabilitate ng mga bata na kinuha na ng magulang o ng gobyerno sa KOJC kaugnay ng moving forward natin mula sa napakarami at problema na iimbestigahan natin. Maraming salamat, Ms. Jocelyn. Pakistay on sa hearing natin in case may iba pang mga kaugnay.
Maraming salamat.
Salamat po. So ngayon po, dadako na po ako kay Apollo Quiboloy. So, Mr. Quiboloy, bibigyan ko po kayo ng pagkakataon na magresponde sa mga akusasyong ito at marami po sila. Pero unang tanong po, ilan ang miyembro ng KOJC?
Salamat po, Madam Chair, sa pagkakataong ito na makaharap po ang lahat ng mga nandirito po tayo kay Mr. De Huesa.
Pastor Quiboloy, Mr. Quiboloy, yung tanong ko muna, ilan ang miyembro ng KOJC?
More or less po sa tingnan ko muna ang exact.
Kahit in estimate po.
More or less po, including mga partners, yung ibig sabihin ng partners, hindi pa membro, pero covenant partner na sila, mga more or less 7 million.
So kasama, so miyembro plus covenant partners, mga 7 million sa inyong pagkabilang. Okay, sa mga follow-up question ko po, dun sa mga testimonya na ng mga victim survivors, sinexually abuse nyo ba ang mga babae at mga minor de edad? At ginamit nyo ba ang relihiyon para i-sexually abuse
Wala
sila?
pong katotohanan yung kanilang sinabi. Kung meron po silang mga charges na criminal laban sa akin, malaya po silang mag-file ng kaso at doon po haharapin at sasagutin sa tamang forum sa korte ng ating lupa tulad ng kinakaharap namin ngayon.
And actually, on that matter and for the record, may at least isa sa victim survivors na dati nang naghain ng kaso sa inyo dun sa Davao, kaya lang dinismiss. Kaya inappeal nila sa Department of Justice. Yun naman pong mga testimonya ni na Ms. Valdewesa at ni Julia, tinatanggi nyo ba ang mga testimonyang yun?
Tinatanggi ko po, wala pong mga katotohanan yung kanilang mga sinasabi. Hindi sa aking paningin ay kabaliktaran. Ngunit hinahamon ko po silang mag-file ng kaso sapagkat ito yung mga kriminal na mga allegations. At ito ay para maging fair, ay maghain po sila na mag-file sila ng kaso laban sa akin o kanino mang kanilang gustong mag-file laban sa mga kingdom na leaders or members, because we are under the law of the Republic. Mula po kay Masayo, yung kanyang sinabi,
Pastor, i-interrupt ko muna kayo doon dahil tinatanong ko muna yung mga testimonya ni Ms. Valdewesa at ni Julia. Pinalimos niyo po ba yung mga bata para i-sustain ang operasyon ng KOJC at para tustusan ang inyong
wala
lifestyle?
po kaming mga palisiya na magpalimos ang bata.
Pero walang polisiya man, pinalimos niyo ba sila?
Hindi po. Wala pong katotohanan yun.
Okay. Eh yung mga adults po, pinalimos niyo ba sila o pinayagan niyo ba silang maglimos para sa operasyon at lifestyle
Wala pong
ng KOJC?
polisiya gano'n ang kingdom na magpalimos.
Wala mang polisiya pero pinalimos niyo ba sila, yung mga adults?
Hindi po. Wala pong katotohanan.
Okay. Pinayagan niyo ba yung pang-aabuso at pag-torture sa mga miyembro niyo? Halimbawa yung parusang dry fast.
Hindi rin po polisiya ng kingdom ang batas ng pagparusa ng tao ay ipapasting para mamatay.
Napansin ko po, lagi kayo nagre-refer sa polisiya, pero ang tinatanong ko po ay yung practice. So, pinaabuso nyo ba, pinatutorture nyo ba yung mga miyembro nyo? Pinapa-dry fast nyo ba sila?
Sa freedom of religion po natin, meron tayong separation of church and state. At tulad na sinabi ko, yung fasting ay voluntary kung tatanggapin mo. Hindi po ipinipilit.
Okay. Kayo ba yung nakaisip ng modus na piliting magpakasal yung mga miyembro nyo na hindi naman magkarelasyon para manatili sila sa ibang bansa? Sino pong nakaisip nun, ng modus na yun?
Because this is under the investigation of I invoke my right to remain silent on this issue.
Alright. Quickly lang po kay Ate Gingging. Yung dry fast po ba, voluntary ba ito?
No, for sure.
Salamat
It
po.
was an instruction.
Instruction. So, hindi siya voluntary o instruction or utos siya. Alright. Salamat po. Mr. Quiboloy, boses niyo ba yung nasa audio file kanina, yung binabantaan mo yung si Stephanie o si Panet.
Okay, kasi ngayon, malakas ang AI.
So pero boses niyo ba yun? Yung nagbabanta kay Panet o kay Stephanie?
It appears na paralysis ko. Pero hindi ko po ma-authenticate kasi ngayong panahon na to, malakas ang AI.
At sino po si Stephanie Ibarra? Sino po si Panet?
Isa po sa mga
Manggagawa. Ano po yung relationship o relasyon niyo kay Panet o Stephanie Ibarra?
isa po manggagawa.
Isang manggagawa. Pero hindi ba totoo na kinukop niyo siya, kinuha niyo sa inyong pag-aalaga nung siya ay 2 years old pa lamang?
With this issue po, kay Tane, I invoke my right din to remain silent.
Alright. So, pero sa pagkaalam po namin, inalagaan niyo siya nung bata pa lamang siya. So, parang naging tatay kayo ni Stephanie o Tame Ibarra. Tama po ba?
I invoke my right to remain silent po sa issue na yan.
Okay. Kasi sa audio file naman po, sa kabila nung sa pagkaalam ay kinupkup niyo siya nung 2 years old pa lamang, bata pa lang siya na parang naging tatay kayo niya. Pero sa audio file, bakit parang asawa? Asawa niyo kung ituring itong si Stephanie o Panet.
I invoke my right to remain silent on the
Alright.
issue rin po.
Ngayon po, kino-confirm niyo po ba na meron kayong isang hookbook o private army sa inyong disposal? At ano po iyang tinatawag na angels of death?
Yan po ay kasinungalingan at kung yan ay akusasyon, hihiling ko ang accuser na mag-file siya ng kaso laban sa
Okay. So, sinasabi niyo kasinungalingan yung isang cookbook na nasa inyong disposal. Pero ano naman po yung angels of death?
hindi ko po, invento po nila yan.
Invento lamang. Ano ang, kanina po kasi sinabi po ni Sir Edward na ano ba ito? Teka ha. Yung Second Metro Davao Signal Battalion ay may kaugnayan sa Task Force Davao. So, ano ang ugnayan kung mayroon ng Angels of Death dun sa DDS o Duterte Death Squad naman?
Wala po akong personal knowledge niya, so I invoke my right to remain silent on the issue also.
Alright. Tapos, pwede nyo bang ibahagi sa amin, mula sa perspektiba nyo, yung detalye ng law enforcement kung papaano nakuha nila ang kustodiya sa inyo?
Pakiulit po.
Mula sa inyong pananaw at karanasan, paano po nakustodiya kayo sa kamay ng gobyerno, ng ating law enforcement
With that
agencies?
issue po, I also invoke my right to remain silent.
Alright. Sige. Bago po ako dumako naman kina General Torre, meron po akong ifa-flash dito po sa ating monitor. Panoorin natin lahat, pati ninyo, Mr. Quiboloy. Naayos lang po yung pag-flash natin. Naglalag lamang po, pero andito na dito sa gilid. Meron pa lang ako nakikitang pamagat ng event na closing ceremony. Welcome closing ceremony or ceremonies, military orientation training. Baka ito yung binanggit ni Edward kanina na ganitong klaseng training ng mga paaru na nasa 2nd Metro Davao Signal Battalion na may kinalaman sa Task Force Davao, yung paaru sa ilalim ng 11 RCMG, 1105 Defense Center. Okay. Edward, alam niyo ba itong closing ceremonies ng military orientation training na to?
Madam Chair, una sa lahat, yung balik ko lang po yung date, Davao Isiparin po yun, pa yun.
Opo.
Unang training po yun ng batch ng worker.
Okay.
Pero lately, naging pumasok na sila sa Paaro. Yun yung national. Siparin po yung task force Davao
Okay.
sa Paaro. Yung Paaro nag-start 2015 po.
Okay.
Sikat-sikat batalyon. Yan po yung mga lately na yan ng mga batch ng mga ng mga training po. Kasi hindi lang naman sa aming batch 2015 yung may training eh. Diba, every year nag-day po ng training. Kung mapapansin niyo po, kakaalam ko hindi pa Brigadier General po si Quiboloy nung time na yan, nung time namin. Parang bago lang tayo naging Brigadier General sa SL unit.
Yes, na nakikita natin sa litrato na natakpan lang ng bilog sa kanila, pero B-Gen, Pastor Apollo C, and I suppose Quiboloy. Apo. Pwede nyo bang i-confirm ito, Mr. Quiboloy?
Still on this issue, I invoke my right to remain silent.
So ang kaya ko noted, i-invoke na ulit doon, ang kaya ko ipinakita sa ating lahat ito, dear colleagues, ang mahalaga, ang military training na ito, lumalabas ay para alagaan si Mr. Quiboloy, hindi po para sa bayan. Na ang alam natin sa ating mga armed services, yun talaga ang mandato. So, Mr. Quiboloy, ginagalang po ng komite namin yung constitutional rights ninyo. Ang mahalaga ay nabigyan kayo ng pagkakataon na magsalita dito. And then, ngayon po naman, at least of course you will stay on sa hearing para kung may iba pang tanong sa inyo bago tayo matapos, bago tayo mag-adjourn. And ngayon po, tungo tayo sa ating law enforcement naman. So kung maaaring matanong ko naman muna si General Torre, sir. General, nung nakuha po si Quiboloy, naging usap-usapan po noon kung naaresto ba siya o sumuko ba siya. Pwede nyo bang liwanagan ito para sa amin? Paki-update nga po ang bayan. Once and for all, ano po ba ang nangyari?
At the outset, ma'am, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to present our side on this August body. This is the second time that we appear in the Senate, and the first time it resulted in our ability to show to the public what is happening during the 16-day operation inside the OGC compound. And today, we do hope to continue with our quest for justice to help the victims look and find and receive the justice that they also deserve. Regarding the arrest of Mr. Quiboloy, in all intents and purposes, in our whole operations, he is arrested because he submitted himself to my representative because he has no other options other than submit himself to the custody of the law. Because whether he like it or not, he has no other options during the time. Because I have 4,500 people around him inside this compound, and 1,200 is concentrated on the two buildings that he has control of. On the part that he is saying that he voluntarily surrendered, it is just on the colloquial and the popular term of this term surrender. Because he has no other option again, I will stress on that. Because all the other units there that provided us with assistance only provided prisoner transport from the place he is arrested to the place where he is detained. So that's I think the synopsis of everything that transpired during that day on September 8th, when he took custody of him to make him answerable to the crimes that he is charged of in various courts in the Philippines.
Salamat po, General. And bilang isang sibilyan, isang mambabatas, naiintindihan ko na anuman yung colloquial or popular term na gamitin, ang outcome ay nasa kamay na siya ng ating mga otoridad ah, dahil sa environment na na-create nyo on the ground, kasama itong 4,500 personnel nyo, na yung 1,200 ay dun lamang nakakonsentrate sa dalawang building kung saan siya tumagal, no, ng mga
Yes.
mga araw.
Uh,
Yeah, yes, General.
I do believe that the term surrender and arrest is being debated upon. Well, I do believe that the camp of Mr. Quiboloy would like to modern issue on the term surrender and arrested because it has great bearing on the criminal case that they are facing now. So they can use the voluntary surrender term as part of their maybe their defense for and prayer for leniency and cite it as a mitigating circumstance. However, it is not the case, and it was never the case in this situation now.
Well, in any case po, General, tulad ng nagtiwala kami sa PNP na sa tulong ng ibang mga other units na nag-a-assist ay mapapasakamay na rin si Mr. Quiboloy. May tiwala rin ng committee ngayon sa Department of Justice na handle alang-alang sa mga victim survivors at alang-alang sa ating bayan ng mga kaso ni Quiboloy. General, ang sabi niyo po ay may mga continuing crimes na nagaganap sa loob ng TOJC compound. At sabi niyo po na may mga iba pang mga biktima na gusto ng PNP pang sagutin. So, pwede po ba kayo mag-elaborate tungkol dito?
As of the moment, ma'am, we are partnering with the Department of Justice in building up other cases to be filed against Apollo Quiboloy and his cohorts, his companions. Last week, we have filed sedition and inciting to sedition charges against them through the Department of Justice and with the assistance of the special prosecutors assigned by the DOJ for this case. And there's still continuing build-up on the possible rescue of other people because we had experienced the extensive brainwashing. Mr. Quiboloy had a head start of around 30 years against the law enforcement, and we are just scratching the top. And I do believe that as time goes by, as people see the policies of these declarations, more people and more victims will be having the courage, will summon the courage to actually seek for the redress that the law is ready to give them.
Maraming salamat para doon, General Torre. Yun din yung wish ng committee nito. At napaka-importante yung sinabi nyo na may build up pa kayo para sa dagdag na possible rescues. Of course, mga adults din. At lalo-lalo na siguro yung mga bata tulad ng anak ni Miss Jocelyn na buti na rescue na rin yan, no? At sa tulong din ng DSWD at sa lastly for now, mula sa akin, General Torre, sabi niyo po, may mga humarang sa inyo sa pag-aresto kay Quiboloy. Ito ba'y, halimbawa, kagaya ng paglalagay ng mga fire truck, iba pang sasakyan para harangin yung highway mismo sa labas ng Bocab. Ito ba'y mga KOJC members din? O meron din mga opisyal ng gobyerno? Sa tingin nyo ba ay may involvement pati yung local government
Good morning.
sa pagprotekta kay Quiboloy?
Well,
Good morning.
The direct evidence that we have right now, ma'am, we have seen members and non-members
Good morning,
who are
boss.
conspired to prevent us from
Good morning,
serving
boss.
warrant of arrest for Quiboloy, or at the very least,
Good
make it
morning.
very, very difficult for
Good
us
morning.
to actually do our job.
Good
It's
morning.
the persistence and faith of my superiors and of the people from the government, and also the cooperation and the blood, tears, and sacrifice of my men. We would not have achieved and overcome that the obstacles that they did.
So how was your day?
We had the experience
Why
of,
you still in the bed?
and in achieving
You didn't have
and
work
the
today?
pressures, especially considering that the compound is very large and the only
What?
coverage that we have there is the SME9, which
You
they
didn't
are
have work
actually
today?
asking
It's your day off?
YouTube to take down, considering that it's being used to protect fugitives not only from the Philippines but also people of the laws of the United States. So we're asking YouTube to actually take down the channel of SNI and also Facebook for them to
Oh,
prevent
you're not feeling
from using
well?
those social media platforms as leverage for their illegal activities and criminal activities basically. And at this juncture, I would like to thank the Senate
Can
Committee on
you
Citizens
turn on the light?
to show our,
Can you turn on
to
the light?
tell
It's
our
dark. I
story,
can see
to
you.
send the story, hoping that inevitably this is a hearing in aid of legislation, and we hope that legislation will really be passed to help us
Can
and
you turn on the light, please?
give leverage to the law
Can you turn
enforcement
on the light,
because
please?
I I can really feel that in the 6-10 day operation we have reached the limits of the law and we have
Turn on the
really
light.
tested
I
the
can see you.
limits of the law there, and I do believe that we still did everything within the bounds of the law. However, however difficult it may be, and I believe that it's time that we also uh, try to adjust the law in the hope that it will be it will be more responsive to the needs of the time because if we only listen to all those telling us that, especially the lawyers of Quiboloy telling us that we are doing things illegally because for 16 days we stayed there without the search warrant, citing that the use of the warrant of arrest as basis of our search and stay there in the compound, which I believe that they are wrong, uh, really give us this sometimes this sense of doubting ourselves, especially that the propaganda day in and day out is hitting us left and right. And I do think that this opportunity comes because if we don't adjust and make the law more responsive to the current times, it will create a situation where some people will be definitely beyond the reach of the law. Because if we are not that persistent, Mr. Quiboloy will still be out there laughing at us and just telling everything that things that he wants to say because he will be out. He will be always out of the reach of the law. So thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to be part of the crafting of the more responsive legislation so that we can be better and more effective in our law enforcement and assistance and in the implementation of the processes of the laws of the land. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you also, General. And in fact, hindi lang ang Senado, pero iba pang mga institusyon at organisasyon ay nagpahayag ng suporta sa inyong law enforcement operation ng mga linggong yun. Halimbawa, yung Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Davao. Kahit paglabas ng isang desisyon ng korte doon din sa Davao, in-affirm ng IPP Davao na valid pa rin yung operation nila in order to effectively serve the warrant. And yes, kahit tatlo lang kami miyembro ng komite o ng Senado ay nakadalo ngayong mabagnong araw, pero lahat po kami, yung chair, si majority leader, si minority leader, ay may nakikita talagang halaga nitong pagpinig natin at yung mga partisipasyon ninyo ng mga katrabaho namin sa gobyerno in aid of legislation. At may mga tinutulong talagang mga lumang batas na baka kailangan nilandahan o mga bagong batas na kailangan namin ipasa. Lastly, General Torre, for now from the chat, ang CIDG po ba tumitingin na rin sa alleged killings na allegedly pinutos ni Quiboloy?
Yes, ma'am. Given the chance, we will be presenting response of our initial investigation the past 1 month that I stated that there is this ADG and I continue what I started in Exhibit 11 and we are ready to present to the August body and to the public the link analysis and diagram that we had prepared with the accounting of the personalities, including the incidents, including those that were mentioned by the witnesses who spoke before me.
General, prepared ba kayo maghain ng ganitong kahit broad strokes kung ano yung pinaka-importanteng mga initial results ng inyong investigasyon nitong nakaraang buwan, pati yung link analysis, or ano ba yung maaari mo nang at pwede nang ibahagi sa komite?
Yes, ma'am, we can show you just one slide. This is
Yes, please do.
the collection of, this is basically the simple result of our quantitation and collation of the information that we have right from the prostitute. And I will be asking my regional chief of the regional field unit 11 of CIDB to show to us the single slides of the link analysis.
Salamat, General. Sir, makapaniwala naman din kayo kanina, ano po? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Ang dami
While
po yata.
while they are preparing that, ma'am, this is still a work in progress, and as time goes by, we do believe that there is a possibility that the Senate and congressional investigation and the AJK will intersect with each other.
I see.
So,
Well, that's very important. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat ang investigasyon naman ng Senado sa ilalim ng Blue Ribbon Committee ay magsisimula naman po sa Lunes, 28 nitong buwan, at ang magpapangulo ay si Minority Leader Senator Coco Pimentel.
it's part of the link analysis will cover around 30 years from the start up to the present that we know based on the declaration of various witnesses. There may be times that things will be for validation. The danger is undeniable. Maybe so that's why I asked my personnel to redact the link analysis, remove the names, but rest assured that without the reduction, there will be for names. And that will be
Very well taken, General.
that will include victims who are already killed, who have died, and that will include the witnesses that you have just heard today and how they are positioned in the network of Mr. Quiboloy.
Wala akong problema sa reduction, General Torre. Isa sa mga best practices din na ginagawa ng aming komite kapag hindi pa pwede o dapat ilabas ang anumang dokumento.
Yes, of course, we also this is a two from our standpoint. This is a two-edged sword. This will give Mr. Quiboloy the idea on how far we are in the investigation of this organization, but also we are presenting this to the public, hoping that to show the public and the potential, especially the potential victims, the other victims of not yet spoken, of not yet surfaced, to have the courage to believe in us that we are actually in the correct path to the total investigation and comprehensive investigation of the organization of Mr. Quiboloy and his eventual delivery to the Bar of Justice of this land bank.
General, magtitiwala po ang chair sa judgment nyo kung ano ang tingin nyo dapat at pwede nyo nang isa publiko without telegraphing any of your punches sa defense team ni Mr. Quiboloy. The chair will respect that po. What you want to and can present in public sa hearing na ito o ano yung gusto nyong isumite na lang muna in writing dahil mag-adjourn na tayo, wala nang executive session, but I will trust your judgment po. Ano yung gusto nyong ilabas ngayon in public hearing, ano naman yung gusto nyong isumite na lang in writing or totally not submit yet habang work in progress in investigation.
Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge the immense work of Colonel Ansel Magparantan here, Chief of the Davao City Police Office, to my left. They had been working closely with Colonel Jean Bicot, my regional chief of the regional field unit 11, under the direction of our chief PNP. Who had given us the instruction to really focus on this operation. Please, we only use please only flash the big diagram.
Or sir, General, while we're waiting for the finalized, redacted and finalized slide, maybe I can pose some questions kay Colonel Marantan.
Yes.
Thank you, General. Colonel, kaugnay sa isang follow-up question ko kay General kanina, naging usap-usapan din na mayroong mga kailangan pang i-rescue ng mga kababaihan at kabataan, in particular sa loob ng KOJC. Ano pong actions ang kinuha ng PNP? At may mga rescue attempts ba na ginawa in coordination sa ibang mga government agencies?
Madam Chair, yes. In fact, we have a good accounting with them. I have prepared some slides there for your appreciation. Maybe is there already on the PowerPoint presentation?
Or baka, Colonel, pwede nating ipakita yung tatlong slides nun kasabay o pagkatapos nung iisang slide, yung finalized and redacted na link analysis. So kung pwede, magpatuloy lang muna yung verbal na pagtatanong ng chair sa inyo.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Colonel. Marami ding vloggers na nagulat ng, ito na po. Sige, suspend ko muna yung pagtatanong sa inyo, Colonel. Balikan po natin yung slide na pwedeng kayo rin po, Colonel. Sino pong mag-represent yung slide ni General? Kayong dalawa po. Si General at kayo, sir. At si Colonel Marantan. Alright, so the three gentlemen.
General will do the honors.
Alright, Colonel Marantan, you have the floor po.
Madam Chair, please allow me to read some lines of this prepared opening statement by the DCPO. So, I will cover about 4 slides there and i-cover ko yung pagbibigay ng statement na may member of the pastoral. So with that, after nearly a month of daily attempts to arrest Pastor Apollo Quiboloy and his cohorts inside the KOGC compound, which is 30-hectare property in Davao City, on September 8, 2024, he was arrested by the PNP. After various dramas have been witnessed by the public in relation to this arrest, and a number of victims of Quiboloy have slowly surfaced, approached us and have given significant information about the illegal activities of said personality, committed repeatedly over the years. With the painstaking efforts made by the law enforcement agencies, significant revelations were made to our investigators which are relevant to the prosecution of Quiboloy and his illegal activities, particularly in the highly technical scheme qualified trafficking in persons committed by him and his cohorts. These reports were voluntarily offered by the victims to the PNP with high hopes that justice will be served to other victims who were lured by Quiboloy and his victimization. The revelations which likewise appear to be consistent based on facts led to our investigation on the so-called agents of death, whom Quiboloy exploited to infuse fear among his victims. As we speak, the PNP, with the constant collaboration with different units, are working together to complete the picture of the dynamics of Quiboloy's illegal activities perpetrated over the years. Today, we will also be hearing corroborative statements from one of the victims whose youth have been robbed because of this illegal scheme. With our goal to help this committee identify loopholes and room for improvements for the Republic Act 10364, or the expanded anti-trafficking law and other related laws, it is likewise our end goal to build up airtight cases that could lead to successful prosecution of cases against him and cohorts. Today, Madam Chair, we are ready to answer questions to help this committee craft legislations as may be necessary. But before that, may I show you some of these slides while my pertinent to the topic at bar. Next slide, please. The Kingdom of Jesus Christ was founded, yes. I think ito yung tanong kanina na next po, next na. Next slide. Thank you. Kanina, Pastor Quiboloy was asked kung ilan yung members of the KOGC. And probably announced that their members have reached about 8 million followers. However, based on the interviews conducted by us, only about less than 8,000 members are believed to
to be currently active members of the said religious denominations worldwide. And nakita po ninyo sa screen yung breakdown. And these are all, they were all supplied by some of the members, akin to the dynamics of KOGC. About 20 countries plus one, the Philippines, about 21 countries ang may lista po namin dyan. Next slide. Nandyan ho yung mga numero. Next slide. Ito yung simplified projection of the deep skin of Pastor Quiboloy. First on the recruitment and then the grooming. Doon sa grooming, there will be separation kung sino ang prospect nila na maging subject of the sexual exploitation. Doon naman doon hindi mag-qualify doon sa standard, pupunta sa ordinary miracle worker for the forced labor eventually. Next slide. Kanina we were talking about the difference between the lifestyle of the pastoral members of the simple workers. Next slide.
I'll just please return to one of the
Yes, General
slide.
Torre.
Baka makalimutan na ni Colonel. This room is the bedroom of Mr. Quiboloy in the Bible school. Bible school. And there is a bedroom, something like that, something like that. With the twin, the lower right corner is the twin tub jacuzzi. Jacuzzi for two persons.
And taken from the narrative of the pastorals, this is where the sexual exploitation oftentimes is being perpetrated. Next slide. Yan po yung difference na sinasabi kanina ng mga kasama natin ng mga resource speakers. Next slide. On sexual exploitation, believed to have victimized around 200 women already. Currently, PNP identified 68 female personalities of different ages whom were victimized by Quiboloy sexual exploitation. Engaged in strict fellowship with the inner pastorals to brainwash them for the purpose of illegal acts. Quiboloy capitalized on the existence of angels of death to sow fear among inner pastorals. Doon po pumasok yung matinding compartmentalization na kahit magkakatabi sila, hindi nila alam yung mga nangyari sa kanila. These inner pastorals who subjected themselves on the last rite, which is the performance of sexual activity with the Quiboloy himself. Next slide. Meron ho kaming mga sinundan ng mga members of the pastoral. Refresh pa yung mga experience na they can narrate it. Mamaya ho, maririnig din yung narrative ni Elias Marie. Next slide. Yung tatlo hong na-invite natin, invited by the Senate, si Stephanie Ibarra, and three of them, pwedeng i-refer ko lang. Si Olive Campo and Jack Holtz, ay hindi nag-respond sa invitation by the Senate. Pinapakita namin sa inyo ang due diligence performed by the members of the DCPO. Pero apparently, they did not heed to the invitation of the Senate, especially Stephanie Ibarra. Next slide. Yan po yung mga efforts. Every day, pumupunta yung mga policemen natin doon sa alam ng mga address nila. Next slide. On the way forward, there's an investigation on the land grabbing issues at Barangay Tamayong, on the house of Quiboloy in Garden of Eden, Barangay Tamayong. Next slide. Oftentimes, naipalabas naman yung mga photos na ito. Financial investigation on possible money laundering case committed by Quiboloy and KOJC. Investigation on possible tax evasion committed by KOJC and other proprietary businesses owned by KOJC. Investigation on the legality of operations of schools and other business entitled entities owned by KOJC. And investigation on the involvement of other foundations utilized by KOJC in the operations. Next slide. And with that, Madam Chair, I think the Elias Marie is ready to narrate her ordeal inside the KOGC compound for 10 years.
Maraming salamat, Colonel Marantan. At bago ko tawagin si Elias Marie, salamat dun sa presentation nyo rin on ways forward. Ganun ko rin gustong i-adjourn itong hearing mamaya on the ways forward. Both dun sa mga investigations and dun sa rehabilitation ng mga victim survivors. One quick follow-up question, Colonel, bago ko i-recognize si Elias Marie. Ano po yung alam ninyo ng PNP o ng death? Na-identify nyo po ba ang mga miyembro ng grupo ito? At saka, meron bang mga government officials o workers na involved sa grupong iyon?
That will be the contents of our link diagram that will be presented later on.
Alright,
And
thank you,
also, ma'am, maybe it's just hindi lang na-mention ni Colonel Marantan, the investigation has already extended out of the country. Colonel Marantan has just arrived from Europe, from Austria in particular, interviewing the pastorals that are already based there. So the investigation is not only limited in the Philippines now. We have already sent agents, and we thank the PNP, our Chief PNP, General Martin, for supporting us and to go sending officers actually as far as Austria to conduct the investigation. Thank you.
Salamat din, General Torre. Mukhang na-upload na yung slide ng link analysis. Gusto niyo bang i-presenta yung pinaka-importanting aspects nito bago ko i-recognize si Elias Marie?
I'll give you the opportunity, ma'am, if you will allow us, I'll give the opportunity to Colonel Jim Likod, the Regional Field Unit Chief of CLG Region 11 based in Davao City.
Salamat, General. Colonel Likod, you have the floor po to present the highlights nitong slide.
To the Chairman, Madam Teresa Ontiveros, ma'am, good afternoon. The other members of the Senate and of course the distinguished visitors. Good afternoon to everybody. The presentation that I will be making this afternoon is just to support whether or not there is an existence of angels of death. So, if you don't mind, we could just go back just a little bit to the background, ma'am, so that I can read.
Please proceed, Colonel.
Just to read a little bit with the background of the so-called angels of death. Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, the self-proclaimed appointed son of God, has used the term angels of death to threaten the members who violates the doctrine, teachings, and code of secrecy of KOGC. Thus, the angels of death was established. in 1990. Apollo Quiboloy handpicked trusted members with background in military and security training to compose the Angels of Death, which later on utilized as liquidation team to various KOGC locations nationwide. Members reportedly possess firearms and are supervised by Crescente Chavez Canada, or also known as Enteng and Ingrid Canada. So you might be smiling right now, but later I will prove it to you in the succeeding slides. These Angels of Death reportedly operate as a secret team, loyal group within the KOGC ministry, capable of imposing both physical and psychological harm on those who do not comply with Quiboloy's wishes. The very name, Angels of Death, suggests a level of intimidation and power that goes beyond mere spiritual guidance. The allegations paint a picture of an organization that functions as a private army, a weaponized wing of Quiboloy's church used to coerce and control members, particularly vulnerable young women whom Quiboloy has allegedly abused. On the part of the investigation, as the primary investigation office of Philippine National Police and in behalf of my director of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, we have set some objectives pertaining to the very existence, whether or not the Angels of Death does exist or not. So we established some objectives to prove whether or not Angels of Death exist. Second, re-investigate dismissed cases involving deaths by members of Angels of Death. Third, identify the crimes perpetrated by the alleged Angels of Death and its surrounding circumstances. Fourth, identify the degree of participation of members and provide evidence for filing of appropriate charges in court. Definitely, we have to find evidence so that we can file a complaint before the court. As to the efforts that is being undertaken by the CIDB in particular and the PNP in general, we are continuously identifying the alleged members of Angels of Death, profiling of the alleged members, interview of victims' family, relatives, and witnesses relative to the crimes perpetrated by the alleged Angels of Death, thorough and discreet validation on the involvement of the alleged Angels of Death relative to the death of former KOGC members, coordination with other intelligence units, the local police, the AFP, counterparts, and other agencies for case build-up and possible operations if evidence warrants. And next is continuous monitoring and gathering of information and submission of development report as obtained. Now, ma'am, I would like to bring your attention to the diagram being shown in this slide. We would like to show you how is the flow of instruction being undertaken. Of course, as we all know, that the KOGC is a structured organization, but this one, it is not an structured organization. Kaya yung Angels of Death, ma'am, is just the term that is being used, but it is not an organization. It is how, in this diagram, how the instruction is being relayed or being followed by the members. Well, of course, on the right corner, as you can see, is Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Based on that diagram, Madam Chairman, there are 4 na kanyang pinagkakatiwalaan ng kanyang mga instructions. Si Mr. B, of course, Mr. Crescente Canada, si Ingrid Canada, at saka si Pastor Acobo, based on the diagram. Yan, ma'am, yung 4 na mga pinagkakatiwalaan niya as of now, base doon sa mga nakukuha nating mga interviews and affidavits na nakuha natin. So yan ang lumalabas sa ating structure. Now, ma'am, In relation to the punishments being undertaken on some deaths also, but we are not saying that they are the perpetrators. That's why, on the words of our director, we are on case build-up. We have uh, to gather evidence so that we can prove the objectives that we wanted, to prove the whatever crimes that was committed. Those are the circumstances. To explain further, ma'am, the diagram. If you see on the diagram, ma'am, most of the instructions is coming from Ingrid, Canada. However, if you look into the diagram, dotted line po siya, ma'am. So meaning, she gives the instruction. However, they need confirmation from Crescente, Canada. That is why there is a solid line uh, coming from Crescente, Canada. So hindi po pwedeng si Ingrid lamang po yung magbibigay ng instruction at siya lang din po yung susundin. So, manggagaling, i-confirm din po nung mga 1 to 12 na yan and more kay Crescente, Canada. Yan po yung usually nangyari. As what we are saying, ma'am, these are all taken, extracted from the accounts of our witnesses and taken from their affidavits. Hindi ito invento. All others, ma'am, yung mga nandyan, ma'am, yung mga nakapula po dyan, ma'am, if you look into that. So, yan, ma'am, yung mga ongoing investigation po natin, yung mga tinakpan po natin na ABC, yan ay mga witnesses po natin, ma'am. And with the indulgence of the committee, Madam Chairman, since this is an ongoing investigation and we're looking into some evidence before we can file a case before the court of law, yan po lang muna yung maipapakita natin sa ngayon, ma'am.
Maraming salamat para doon, Colonel Liquid.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oo, just a couple of follow-up questions kung pwede na rin sagutin. Una po, sa tingin nyo ba tuloy-tuloy pa yung trafficking operations ng KOJC? General Torre.
Based on our assessment, ma'am, yes. There's still a possibility, although obviously not on the same scale as when Quiboloy is still heading the operations. And with this kind of publicity that the good senator is doing, I believe that this will have a great impact in stopping this illegal activity.
Sana nga po, General. Salamat. At lastly, at this point in time, sino ang new leader? May impormasyon ba kayo kung sinong lumilitaw na bagong head pastor?
As of the moment, ma'am, based on that link diagram, ma'am, you can see there in the upper right corner, Mr. Marlon Afogo. He has been doing the drone, doing the drone ever since I was there. We were there. And I would like to clarify that among the informants that we had, among the informants that were covered in that link diagram are people that you actually heard a while ago, ma'am. So those people there are prominently, the people that we heard a while ago are prominently playing a role in that link diagram.
Maraming salamat para doon, General Torre at Colonel Marantan at Colonel Licoy. So at this point, kung pwede ko nang tawagin yung isa sa mga victim survivors na magsasalita sa atin ngayong hapon. Elias Smith. Willing po ba kayo magbahagi ng karanasan mo? Briefly, pero ano yung pinaka-importanting yung kwentong buhay mo na gusto mong sabihin sa amin ko? You have the floor.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Senator Rizal Federos, and everybody present in this hall. Ako, Aylas Marie Josephine, Filipino, nasa legal na edad at naninirahan sa Davao City. Matapos na makanumpa na naaayon sa batas ay malaya at kusang loob na naglalahad ng mga sumusunod. Ako ay dating membro ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ o KOJC simula nung ako ay grade 5. Naging membro ako ng KOJC dahil endorse ako ng aking mama matapos siyang maging avid reviewer ni Pastor Quiboloy sa kanyang mga programa at enrollment iyon ng pasukan. Ayon sa kagustuhan ng mama ko, napagdesisyonan niyang ilagay ako sa KOJC para mapunta ako sa safe environment kasi natatakot siya na may mangyari raw masama sa akin kasi may itsura daw ako. Sa pagkakaalala ko, noong June 2013, dinala ako ng mama ko sa KOJC. Nag-attend kami ng Thanksgiving and worship presentation sa KOJC Cathedral. Napaka-welcoming ng mga miyembro ng KOJC sa amin kasi kusa naman kami nag-attend ng service worship nila. Sa pagkakataong iyon, nakuha namin ang atensyon ni Nelly Canada na sa pagkakaalam ko ay may mataas na katungkulan sa Jose Maria College o JMC bilang Dean o Administrator. Pagkatapos ng worship, in-invite kami ni Mama na ipakilala kay Quiboloy sa dating Victoria's Building kung saan doon kumakain sila Quiboloy at malalapit sa kanya pagkatapos ng worship. Nelly Canada let us meet Pastor and endorse ako ni Mama kay Quiboloy. Habang kumakain sila Quiboloy, kasama mga pastoral sa isang malaking round table, nag-usap ng saglit ang mama ko at si Quiboloy. And Nelly Canada also let me meet Pastor Quiboloy. Sa aking pagkakaalala, 12 years old ako that time. Nasa grade 5 ako noon. Narinig ko si Quiboloy na sinabihan si Nelly Canada na patirahin ako sa dorm. Sa pagkakataong iyon, natuwa ko kasi sa isip ko makakaroon ako ng freedom since medyo hindi naman kami in good terms ni Mama. Ipinakita sa amin ang mga kwarto doon sa dorm at maayos naman ang mga kalagayan nito. Kinabukasan, kasama si Nelly Canada, kinuha namin ang mga gamit ko sa bahay, sakay ng isang Innova ng KOJC. At simula noon, doon ako pinatira sa loob ng compound. Habang nasa loob ng KOJC, nakatira ako sa dorm, kasama ng ibang mga miyembro. Sa pagkakaalala ko, nag-aaral ako ng grade 5 sa JMC habang binabayaran ng papa ko ang tuition ko, ngunit may discount bilang miyembro ng KOJC. Sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay doon, tinuruan kami na lahat ng gagawin namin ay nakabase sa schedule. Sa umaga, magigising kami para mag-devotional ng alas 4 o alas 5. Pagkatapos ng devotional, gagawin namin ang mga assigned tasks o work job na tinatawag kagaya ng pagmamap ng sahig, pagwawalis, punas ng mga furniture sa common area at paglilinis ng kwarto. Isang house parent namin ang nag-a-assign ng work job. Naalala ko din na kapag gusto namin lumabas ng compound, madaming dadaan ng proseso at hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay mapapayagan lumabas ng compound. Noong senior high ako, pinalipat ako sa ibang quarters kung saan nakatira ang isang leader na kasama ko. Sa panahong ito, nagsisilbi na ako bilang member ng choir. Kalaunan, na-assign ako sa pastoral department. Meron pa din akong work job at minsan nag-serve ng pagkain ni pastor. Sa panahon iyon, napapansin ko parating niya kasama sa kainan si Stephanie Ibarra, na isa ring pastoral sa inner circle. Sa pagkakaalam ko, at alam din ng lahat na paborito ni Pastor si Stephanie Ibarra. Parati kasama ni Quiboloy si Stephanie kahit saan siya magpunta. Mga taong 2017, naimbitahan ako na kumain sa JMC lobby kasama si Quiboloy at ng iba pang mga inner pastoral. Nalaman ko kalaunan na kapag nakakasama ka na sa ganitong groupings ay malapit ka na mapagbilang sa inner pastoral. Naranasan ko ang ganitong routine ng mga ilang buwan. Pagkatapos ng mga ilang buwan, isang gabi, inibita ako ng isang inner pastoral na si Patricia. Sabi niya sa akin, Marie, pinapatawag ka ni Sir kasi sabay daw tayo maghilo di presentable. Pagkatapos noon, nag-prepare ako, naligo ako at pinayos ko ang aking sarili. Sinamahan ako ni Patricia sa isang private theater ni Quiboloy. Pagdating ko doon, nakita ko si Jacqueline Roy at ibang inner pastoral na nag-aabang sa anumang iutos ni Quiboloy. Habang siya ay nakaupo sa kanyang recliner chair habang nanonood ng movie, pagdating namin doon, binulungan ako ni Patricia na pumwesto sa may kaliwang paa ni Quiboloy. Hinilot ni Patricia ang kanang paa habang ako ay nagsimula na maghilot sa kaliwang paa. Si Jacqueline Roy naman ang nagmamasahe sa balikat ni Quiboloy. At sa pagkakataong iyon, naramdaman ko ng privilege
I want
ako
to see your head.
kasi hindi lahat may opportunity na makasama si Quiboloy or ang itinuturing namin na anak ng Diyos or appointed son. Sa tuwing nagtotestify ang mga inner pastor sa worship or may event or team building, parati sila nagpapasalamat sa pribilehiyo na binigay ni Quiboloy sa kanila. Kaya iyon ang nakatatak sa isip namin ng mga membro. Ang mga pastoral kasi ay tunturing na most privileged sa Kingdom Nation dahil sila naman ang pinakamalapit kay Quiboloy at nakakasama niya sa iba't ibang lugar at bansa at napaka-well provided. Simula na hindot ako sa kanya, binigyan ako ni Patricia ng 5,000 pesos kada linggo na pinapabigay daw ni pastor sa akin bilang allowance ko. Pinapalipat din ako ni Jacqueline Roy sa kwarto ni Patricia kung saan malapit ito sa kwarto ni Quiboloy. Naranasan ko rin maisama sa Hong Kong at magstay sa isang 5-star hotel kasama ang mga inner pastoral. Binigyan din ako ng pocket money na pambili ng anumang gustuhin ko. Nagsimula rin ako maglinis sa kwarto ni Quiboloy kasama ang ibang mga pastoral. Hindi kasi lahat ng membro pwede pumasok sa kwarto ni Quiboloy. Nung nanging pastoral na ako, pinagbawalan ako ng mga nakakatandang inner pastoral na pumunta sa mga lugar na madaming lalaki o makipagkaibigan sa mga lalaki. Bilang miyembro ng KOJC, pinagbabawalan rin kami na magkaroon ng boyfriend o gumamit ng cellphone at pinagbabawal pa kami ng iba't pang mga bagay. Noong naramdaman ko na mapapabilang ako sa inner pastoral, madami ako natanggap ng mga bagay kagaya ng pabango, chocolate, damit na galing ibang bansa at iba pa. Ulit-ulit na lang ang ganitong routine sa aking buhay ng ilang taon sa loob ng KOJC compound noong February 2023. Dahil sa kagustuhan kong makapag-aral ng kolehiyo sa labas at sa pagniwala ko naman may kakayanan akong makapag-aral, lumayas ako sa KOJC compound at hindi na bumalik doon. Noong araw na mismo na iyon, pumunta ako kay Patricia dahil alam kong lumayas na din siya sa KOJC compound sa panahong iyon. Doon ko nalaman na inutusan siya ni Jacqueline Roy na handa ako para maging membro ng inner pastoral. Sinabi ni Patricia na kinausap din siya ni Quiboloy para handa ako na maging membro ng inner circle. Inamin din niya na si Quiboloy. Inamin din niya na lahat ng akusasyon na sexual exploitation laban kay Quiboloy na inaakusa ng mga lumabas na pastoral ay totoo. Inamin din ni Patricia na inaalay nila ang katawan, isip, kaluluwa at spirito nila kay Quiboloy para sa mga sexual na gawain at paghihilot ay umpisa lang ng duty sa pagiging inner circle pastoral. Ayon sa kanya, sabi ni Patricia, dito sa panahon ito, sinisubukan ni Quiboloy kung handa na ba ang isang inner pastoral para ialay ang katawan, isip at kaluluwa para sa kanya. At nung nalaman ko iyon, nagtapa ko kay Patricia kasi pakiramdam ko ilalagay niya pala ako sa kapamakan. At hindi niya ako sinabihan sa mangyayari sa akin. Pero nagpapasalamat naman ako dahil nakaalis ako doon sa compound. At hindi ako pagsamantalahan. Kaya ako nagsasalita ngayon dahil as former member, alam ko na buo operasyon ng KOJC ay bawang paglilid lang lamang. Yun lang po, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Marie. Ilang follow-up questions lang, okay? Kung maaari. Okay?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Alright. So, bilang muntik ng naging inner pastoral, bilang naging pastoral, ano yung paniniwala mo sa katauhan ni Quiboloy at kailangan niyo siyang pagsilbihan? meron pa baka ikaw idadagdag na ano yung mga gawain nyo at ano naman din may idadagdag ka pa bang anong pinagbabawal sa inyo?
Sa experience ko po, besides sa work job nung nandun pa ako sa loob, ako ay na-assign sa Kingdom Children Growth School or Global Child Evangelism. Kaya besides sa life namin doon sa quarters namin na naglilinis kami, nag-serve kami, ako ay may duties din doon na everyday doon ako. And back then, ang tunay na paningin ko talaga kay Pastor is father figure. Kasi lumaki naman ako na walang influencer.
Salamat, Miss Marie. Sabi mo nga 11 years old ka nang ipagkatiwala ka, no? Ng iyong mama sa KOJC. So, a few years after na inumpisahan kang i-groom para maging pastoral, so you were on your way to being part of the inner circle ng mga pastoral. At maraming beses binanggit mo si Jacqueline Roy bilang bahagi ng prosesong iyon. So, meron ka bang idadagdag pa kung bakit nasabi mo iyon na papunta ka na talaga sa gagawin kang inner pastoral? Meron ka bang ibang palatandaan na malapit ka nang maisali dun sa inner circle ni Quiboloy?
Kasi nung lumabas si Patricia at inanong ako ni Quiboloy kung handa ka na ba na ialay ang body, mind, soul, spirit mo para sa anak. He is referring to himself. At sabi nga na dito sa tanong niya sa akin kasi parang lately lang na lumabas si Patricia nun kung ano gusto ko sa future ko sa KOJC. Sabi niya kung leader ba, along those lines. Ang sagot ko lang, gusto ko lang kasi like masave yung soul ko. Yun talaga yung pinakahawakan ko dun. Yun po,
So, yung mga senyales mo na papunta ka na sa gagawin kang inner pastoral ay hindi lamang kay Jacqueline Roy pero kay Quiboloy mismo sa ganung mga pananalita at gawain nila.
Yes po, Ma'am Chair.
Okay. And eventually, hindi natuloy ito hanggang makatakas ka na last year. So, bago ko itanong yung paano ka nakatakas, paano nangyari yun? Pinag-massage ka rin, nung pastoral ka pa at malapit ng gagawin inner pastoral.
Sabay po kami ni Patricia.
Sabay kayo ni Patricia. So, isang paa na pinag-massage. Okay. So, paano nangyaring na nakatakas ka nung nakaraang taon?
Nung nakaraan po, ibabalik na sana ako sa Tamayong. Kasi doon kami nag-aaral ng Bible School. Yun yung school na isang College of Ministries. And personally, gusto ko talaga makapagtapos ng kolehiyo ng totoong kurso, maging professional, ganito. Kapwa, hindi ko na po kaya na pamuhay sa pang-araw-araw namin na ganito na wala kami choice. May sinasabi may freedom of choice. Pero naka-instruction naman lahat. Ito, Madam Chair, kaya lumayas po ako. Hindi po ako napaalam. Lumayas po ako. Kasi kapag papaalam ako, papaalam na kaya Jacqueline Roy before.
And kung pwede mong sabihin sa amin in public, paano ka nakatakas? Unless hindi na pwedeng sabihin. Okay lang kung hindi kaya, sabihin mo lang sa akin kung kaya mong sabihin o hindi.
Ay, pwede po. Madam Chair na. Hindi po sasabihin.
Okay. So at least hindi mo sabihin in public. Huling tanong ko sa iyo sa ngayon, no? Miss Marie. At sinabi din ito ng ibang mga resource persons natin, pati mga magulang. Maraming mga bata ang nasa poder ng kingdom. Dahil bata ka pa nung nag-umpisa sa KOJC, ano yung mga obserbasyon at mga nalalaman mo na mga nangyayari sa mga batang miyembro?
Isa po sa mga na-observe ko po sa reason is your my case po about sa bata sa tindahan na sexual molest pa siya ng isang LGBTQ na member. Lalaki po siya na bata. Nurse po siya supposedly. Tapos I don't know po kung na-raise nila to legally. And I know po na hindi na po ito isang kaso na may batang natalas siya sa ibang properties ng POJC.
Okay, maraming salamat, Miss Marie. So, pakistay on hanggat mag-adjourn tayo ng pagdinig just in case may iba pang at kaugnay na tanong sa iyo. Okay? Maraming salamat. Ituloy mo yung pangarap mong makapagtapos at i-pursue yung profession na iniisip mo para sa sarili mo. Tanong po kay, hindi ko ba si Sir Dindo, I think online po ba kayo, sir? Yes. Sir Dindo, narinig niyo po ba kami?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Okay. Salamat, sir. Hello po. Ilang mga tanong lamang po sa inyo siguro. Or meron po ba kayong maikling mensaheng gusto ibigay sa aming komite? Although, baka Sir Dindo, dahil ibigay na po kayo ng testimonya nung naunang hearing, kung maaari 2 follow-up questions sa akin sa mga.
Sige po.
Salamat po. Gano'ng kalawak na phenomenon yung marriage fraud? Common practice po ba yun sa loob ng kingdom?
Opo, Madam Chair. Magandang hapon po pala. Good afternoon everyone, especially Madam Chair, and also the other senators that are also tuning online, and even all of the guests that is present in your forum right now. Yes, I think it's really widely practiced because it's from Toronto, Canada to Vancouver. So many to say it's from the east coast to the west coast. And as I understand that it is happening from different cities also, including Alberta, Canada, and some other areas by which they execute this kind of sham marriages. Yeah. And Madam Chair, if you don't mind, I have some actually slides that I want to share. These are really important to really sum up also with some of the issues that has been shared by some of our other witnesses and also the general authority that also is investigating. And I can show you some slides if you may. I would like to share this. Now, I would like us to know that nothing happens.
Yeah. Presentation yung kaugnay din ng money laundering po. So please do proceed.
Yes, I have those.
You have them.
Thank you so much, Madam. And I just would like us to know that the leadership chart of POJC, nothing happens in POJC without knowledge of ASAQ, which is Apollo C. Quiboloy. So down to his board of administrators, his coordinators and ministers, and then he selected leaders among these groups all over Canada to man those human trafficking that are going in different places of all Canada. So it really begins when he has a team is coming to. When they come to Canada, he brings like almost 125 to 150 full-time workers, which includes pulpit workers, concert singers. Those are also who are setting up crew for his live telecast. And these people, they remain in Canada or in USA to do fundraising and solicitation in all of Canada. So caroling, solicit person to person, from malls, business to business, parking lots, residential and care homes, using CGF as soliciting organization, raising funds, capitalizing the marginalized children whenever there is earthquake, also on typhoons. We also use such a operation. So
Kaya
I'm
po
just
yung
going to
nasa
show you
photos kanina,
that,
ano po, Sir Dindo?
yes, I am the one who is fundraising because I really I believe on Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy when I was converted. I have given my whole heart, full sincerity to support his mission. And that is the reason why
I left my 65,000 yearly income to a 1,000 month income when I lead this CGF Foundation in Canada, because I am the executive director of CGF Canada for since 2016. And so, if you can see all those slides, these are my children that was supposed to be with him, and they are being sent to Manila to do fundraising. As you see, all of these names and also some of the slides, those are my sons and my daughters who are being involved in all of these practices. And also, those are the pictures. Another one also, what accommodation they have to provide them. Can you show the yeah? These are the provisions of the sleeping places where the kids are really. I do not know if that is life that were there you are seeing there. And then the next slides. And also here, my son is also a minor, is also used by SMNI to do all of this. What is this kind of job in the filming industry? Now, I would like us to also know that the moment that they collected money, the following day, when they collect money, I am one of the person that they will ask to send money. And if you can see on the screen, I sent money to Teresita Dandan, which is 295
So, yung pangalang yun, there
Yes.
was also sa testimony kanina ni Ate Gingging, ni Miss Teresita, meron din siyang binanggit na Tessie Dandan. So, maybe this is the same person.
Yes, Madam Chair, she is the same person. She is one of the board of administrator assigned in the USA. Okay, and then
please
the
proceed,
next.
Sir Dindo.
Yeah, and then the next here is we have Dana Margina. There's also another person named Ingrid Canada, which is, I believe, she's in the forum right now. Ingrid Canada, Bringas Mado, and also there's another one. Pumikpik is the name, Marlene Pumikpik. I also send all this this money. What happened is, when the money is collected for the whole night, which full-time workers industries become home almost early morning just to meet their quota, and then when they arrive, they will be counting the money, and then people in the treasury department, they're going to ask someone from the members or full-time workers to send it to the Philippines right away without documentation from the CRA, which is Canada Revenue Canada, without any record that is kept here, so that it will be taxed or whatever things that the government wants to know how the Citizen Square Foundation is operating, and also the KOJC is operating. Now, I am one of the victims of Hisham marriage. That's the reason why my children were already grown up when I brought them to Canada. But thank God, I rescued them from Davao, and they were released from Davao, and I was able to brought them here in Canada. I was asked to marry Maria Noraline Barrientos because her visa is expiring. And that my children I asked the Minister Dandy Cabaho to bring my children to Davao, because I thought that they will be properly, and I can see that they have nurtured them, teaching them how to play music and everything, but I was not aware that they were being child trafficking to many parts in Manila, and also in many parts of Davao and Mindanao. And so I got married to this person, and then I filed a divorce after those few years. And
So,
here in
Dindo,
Canada, I
yung
want to mention this.
Sir Dindo, yung ganitong klase
Yes, madam.
cases ng marriage fraud, ongoing pa ba sila?
I cannot say yes because I have been away from them since 2019. But since, this has been a modus operandi of KOJC, not only in Canada, USA, Brazil, and even in the different parts of the country, of the world, by which they want a worker from Davao to have a permanent status so that their existence there will continue to perpetuate. That's the recent thing. And I just want to mention this, Madam Chair. The administrator here in Canada, which is the sister of Ingrid Canada, Mariter Canada, is also one of the sham marriage here. She got married to one of the worker. One also is Elizabeth Carrion is also one because she was a previous board of administrator here in Canada. And Ferdinand Cabajo, which is Dandy Cabajo in the schematic plan from the police. Jeremiah Carrion, Marvin Reyes, Arwin Relion, Zar Buenafe, Beric Nana, and many more names that I can supply up give to you to prove to the fact that these sham marriages are really happening. And as I told you, I am one of the victims of this scheme. Another thing also that I want to add is that Rosely Magnaon appointed me as she's the in charge of the Philippine of the CGF Philippines, and also in Canada and Australia and Nepal and Hong Kong, which is not really registered. CGF is not even registered there. But the head of all the operation is still ACQ, which is Apollo Quiboloy, who controls the withdrawals of funds, particularly from CGF Canada bank accounts, of which funds were used not for children's benefit, but the benefit of certain personalities and KOJC Canada Church's operations. In 2016, Rose de Magnao hired me to assist with the possible revoking of their license by the CRA. Reason for that, because there has been a report of misappropriation of funds, which I tried to justify to the CRA. But I want us, this forum, to know that in KOJC, telling lies and cover up of KOJC is a normal part of their culture from the very beginning. That is how they groom lies and cover up. Some of these full-time